Hey everybody, welcome back to the Council of Reeds. I'm Dylan here with Jason,
Hi.
Nitin,
Hello.
Pommy,
Hey.
and Dave.
I wasn't prepared for it.
I got scratches
Not
because I'm
surprised I
slow.
You got scratches?
Yeah, because it's for Lunar New Year, and I think that was like last month.
Oh, we're going to do some more scratchies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a couple of weeks
How
ago.
much am I going to win this time?
I don't know. So,
I'm sure that sounds very good.
Oh, sorry.
it's ASMR for the people. So what we got on this week, Dylan? While we scratch it.
Okay, we've got a whole lot of trailers to talk about.
Woo.
Moon Knight, Doctor Strange, Boys, and of course we've got finale for Peacemaker. This feels really weird talking, and you guys are doing something
Do I
else.
win the
We're
fish?
gambling.
We can hear ya.
Do I win the fish if I get 3 of the fish?
No.
Pretty sure you don't win a fish.
Peacemaker finale and Cuphead on Netflix came out, and that was really cool. So we'll talk about that as well. And the film Flashback for this week, Dark City.
Woo.
Dark City.
Who won it? Who won stuff?
Not me.
I need to do mine.
Not me. There's a lot of 8s here, though.
Oh, that's lucky.
Yeah, that's why. It's a scam.
It's 8 top prizes of $888.
No, it's just if you match your symbol. And
Yeah, you didn't.
Oh,
didn't.
crap. I didn't even pick the symbol.
dumbass.
Also, if you get one symbol,
Yeah.
that symbol's a winner.
Yeah.
Mad, I won $3.
Boom!
Hey!
Oh, you won the $3 this
Dragons.
Almost paid for.
And
Oh, that's the only
I
win the
didn't
Dragons are going to get this year. Nice.
Did we already complain about that?
What do you mean?
That's
No,
a
we're
different
talking
podcast.
That's how we can
That's
start.
the Dick and Balls podcast.
Yeah. Stick and balls coming soon.
It's not
We
coming.
did say stick.
I did.
I didn't.
I know.
Ooh, winner.
Chicken.
Cool.
That almost paid for them.
So, next time, somebody else is going to win $3.
I know. I'll be the last. Or never. Alright.
That was great podcast television.
All right, I'll see you next week.
Podcast television.
Podcast television.
For some people, it's television.
Oh, yeah.
For these ones, it's television.
I guess that's
Commercial
yeah.
For these ones, it's
television.
radio.
Yeah.
It's the
The
wireless.
sneaky one.
We're on the wireless.
On the wireless.
AM
Okay.
radio.
Okay, comic books. Our book of the week. Iron Fist. Should I call it book of the week?
Wow.
It
It's
came,
the main
out,
event,
this,
shall
it
we
came out
say?
this week.
I didn't mind it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was his standard first issue.
No. No, it wasn't.
I really didn't like
it
it.
was.
It was a standard first issue for a terrible book. No. Oh, no.
We are sold out, it's okay.
Sold out so he can bag it.
You got one, because I'll bring this back.
So is the dude new? Is that
It's
No,
all
he was
master.
the
in-
new Iron Fist?
was in-
Well, we can get to it. We're into it already.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're doing
He's
it.
already done his
Well,
other
we're gonna
stuff.
do
I
more.
wasn't listening.
You already
Yeah,
showed
we-
it. You just showed it.
I had
He was
I was
scratching
winning
it.
about my 3 bucks.
Yeah, so.
He's on a
Do you want
freaking
to go?
window.
Like, oh no, it'll be closed.
Nah. Dylan, you can lead us off. Why is this so terrible?
I just don't like that the kung fu guy has to be Asian guy.
It's racist.
Yeah, I really don't like that.
Nah, man, they're representing.
But it's a stereotype, right?
Oh, don't
It's
get
a
me
stereotype.
started, man.
He went from being
Seriously.
the dude with a sword to now the dude that knows kung fu.
Yeah, he's a dude with a sword like that is a stereotype as well. But now he's a dude who does kung fu.
I said it from the beginning. If the new Iron Fist was somebody that was from Kunlun, I would have been
Absolutely.
able to be okay, fine.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, but Danny Rand grew up in Kunlun. He actually is of those people. Just because Swordmaster is,
Chinese.
yeah, like that doesn't mean. Oh, nah,
Well,
bro.
yeah, like he has the right. He has
Yeah.
more right to it because of the color of his skin. Like I
Right.
don't like that at all.
100%.
And again, yes, Danny Randy grew up there,
Yes,
so this is kind of like
he's a refugee.
yeah,
He lived there.
he knows
What,
more
since
about
he was 10.
he knows more about their ways than the Swordmaster guy does.
Absolutely.
I concur.
Should write a letter of complaint to
Alyssa
Marvel.
Wong?
Alyssa Wong.
I would love to.
Oh,
I would
yeah.
love to debate her about it.
I just again.
And like Nitin and I were talking a little bit about it in the car.
Look at Nitin sitting there quietly. Not getting in. Like, look at these racist bastards.
No, I just don't care.
I care.
Yeah.
What? Because the whole, besides the fact it's bullshit, but the whole, he's the white savior. He's not. He's an imbecile. He ain't saving nobody. And it's the whole thing is to become the Iron Fist, you got to punch
Yeah.
the heart of the dragon. If he was the one that did it, he's the child. Like they don't
Yeah.
care. They
Hey,
had
there is no dragon anymore. That's right. Because in the beginning, there's a dragon egg, and
Yes.
Well,
there's that,
comes out.
he kills the dragon and it's a
It's a cycle.
Yeah. But
And obviously the new dragon, because I assume the idea is because Danny's given it up, it wasn't necessarily his time to finish, so that the dragon wasn't ready, maybe. But the whole, I don't understand how the dragon gives him his chi, and
Yeah.
it's just rubbish.
Because the whole white savior thing, the notion of that is, like an outsider comes, he shows up, and then he becomes the best, and
Yeah,
right?
tells
Is
them
that-
how to do things.
Yeah.
Like they wouldn't have been able to do it without him.
yeah,
And he never did that.
Never.
Ever.
no,
And yeah, Nitin and I were talking in the car around, past like Iron Fist haven't been like Asian and stuff like that. It's like, well, give us those stories.
Yeah.
We don't need to bastardize the story just to shoehorn in this character.
Yeah, I don't like how they shoved it into 2 pages about.
There
was so much exposition.
It's so much exposition, but then it's also rushed exposition and it's crappy exposition. It's clunky as hell. It just doesn't make it. It feels like it's just lip service.
it just feels
and
like
it doesn't
it's
need
more Shang-Chi than Iron Fist.
Exactly.
That's
yeah.
exactly right, and
What
that's
makes it
why there is
different?
Shang-Chi.
Yes.
And Shang-Chi's an awesome character.
Oh, for sure.
But the whole point of the Iron Fist and that Danny Rand story was that he was the refugee.
Yes.
He was taken in from one of the worst origin stories ever, but one of the best ever in regards of his mum getting torn apart by wolves to save him across the bridge. It's awesome.
And the fact he was such a little rich white guy, like it's the opposite, right? It's a
100%.
spin on it. Like,
And you had conflict with Steel Serpent.
Yes.
It was like, you're an outsider, you don't belong here, I deserve to be
yes,
the Iron
I
Fist.
should be the. Yeah.
That was the point of conflict
Yes.
there.
And
That guy had a motivation.
Even that last Iron Fist with the heart of the Iron Fist with the girl
Yep.
that was doing, even if it was her,
Yes,
it was okay
yes,
because
yes.
at least there's a past. And what you were talking about before with the sword as well, like there's just a sword, so like give us a bit of past on that as well. Don't just bring it in and shoehorn it in 2 pages. Like it just feels like they're giving lip service to people that don't want it. Like it wasn't needed. It's the same old thing again, where we're just going to see probably Danny Rand back in a few years because it didn't work.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
I really don't like Kung Fu guy. Has to be Asian.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
It's frustrating.
It's
if-
like in every commercial in television now. If you're a dad, you got to be a dumbass and can't do anything, and someone's got to fix something for you.
Yeah.
It's friggin' annoying.
I'm like that without being the dad.
But it's the portrayal of the
Yeah, no,
person is the
100%.
problem. Yeah.
Or these days, the whole. I don't understand how stereotypes are okay now in the guise of representation. And I wouldn't mind the wrong people to be talking about
Oh,
this,
yeah.
but I'm also aware of that. But it's just true. And like, if they were going to do it, have the balls. In the Fraction Iron Fist, they did the 32 thing. Kill him off.
Yeah.
Every Iron Fist had died at 32. In the Fraction one, he'd had his 31st birthday.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh no, have I got a year to go?
Yeah.
If you're going to do it, have the balls to do it.
Yeah.
Because I don't for a second think this is going to last, because nobody's going to care.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody cared about Swordmaster when he had his own book as Swordmaster.
And this is just, again, the stereotype. He was Swordmaster before.
Yeah.
Oh, but he can do Kung Fu because he's Asian? Like, are you
Who's
serious?
being racist now? I'm
Are you like?
I'm
are
not
you-
trying to white mansplain things, but gee, it's pretty obvious because it's written on the page.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm done because I want to come back next week.
I just, yeah.
I don't know. It's
I'm
just
all for
disappointing.
more diversity in characters in Marvel and comics in general.
Yeah.
But I also
100%.
think comics have always been a step ahead of most popular
Oh, yeah,
media
totally
anyway.
agree. And do it in good reason. And do it in
Yes.
good story. Don't just... I don't want to keep saying shoehorn, but that's all what they're doing. Don't just...
You'd be surprised if an Asian character showed up today in comic books and didn't know Kung Fu. Right? Because they're perpetuating it so hard.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's just weird. I don't get it. And like, even besides all that, this didn't feel like Kunlun to me.
Oh no, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
At all.
And what's
But yeah.
not... There's no reason for it. Like, Kunlun doesn't like need saving right this second, so what's the big...
Yeah.
Obviously, we might get that in the next couple, but you kind of get a glimpse... Should have got a glimpse of that on why there was the reason for the new fist and that kind of stuff, because it just seems very thrown together.
And like, the new Thunderer, like,
She's cool.
yeah. But they're just there, like, all that stuff.
But it's just been
there.
plastered on. You haven't
Yeah.
given us any backstory but where the exposition that you gave us, you probably could have dulled like half that and given us some extra backstory around him, as opposed to we need to give you all this extra stuff because.
As much as I still complained, I said it before, but if this first arc ended with Swordmaster becoming Iron Fist, I think that would have made for a better
transition.
Book. Yeah. Like, I would care by then, maybe.
Because you look at the back page, him and Danny are fighting.
Yeah.
And so he's still around. God dang, he looks good in that costume. I did like that line where he's like, it's a terrible cosplay costume. I'm like, that was really good.
I don't know, like...
Yeah. Anyway, we'll see.
I'll stick with the next issue because Danny Rand, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, like... Okay. I'll just finish off saying... Representation is cool, but it's the same. It's the same character that I'm seeing here. It's always the Kung Fu guy. How about a guy that doesn't do Kung Fu? How about that?
It's racist, Dylan.
Huh?
Iron Fist can be a boxer.
Like, no, that's not what he... Jesus, Dave.
Like, I don't mind that idea actually.
Yeah.
Like Iron Fist doesn't have to be martial art.
sure.
Like you could
Oh, well, we
just be a
still at
boxer.
the past with the gun. Like, it's not always about
I think you got...
with
Because the
Randall.
chiness, you probably got to have some...
Martial arts kind of training, I
I would
guess.
think.
I mean,
At least be open
you-
to it.
do your chi when you're boxing.
Of course.
Like, wasn't one of the oldest, like from the Immortal stuff?
Yes.
When they did the stories about the older Iron Fist, you had
Yes.
like,
Randall and stuff.
well, no, you had the pirate captain. She was cool.
Yeah, she was great.
There was someone who didn't know kung fu
Yes.
who still was the Iron Fist.
Yes,
You
yes.
know, when his dad, he was using guns.
Yes.
He didn't know kung
Yeah,
fu.
Yeah, Randall.
Yes.
Yeah. So you know,
Yeah.
like an Iron Fist
He was so good.
who can do something else that's not kung fu.
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be great.
At the very least,
Like the boxing. That's a good.
Yeah.
I might like that idea.
Yellow gloves.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna write it, fellas.
All right.
All right.
or even if he had a sword, it would be better, I think.
Something different.
Because
Like a cheat
yeah,
sword.
he's a sword master. He's not the
Yeah.
kung fu master, right? But I guess he is now because
What if
you
he
can't
had
call it Iron
blades
Fist.
that came out of his fists?
Ah.
Like three of them. Like,
then he's Wolverine, Dave.
Oh, nice.
But like, he's got those bits of his sword stuck in his
Yeah.
arms too. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did you ever see any of that in the art?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
panel
okay.
where they
Oh, I
use
might have
the
missed that.
hands.
They like pointed it out in like one of the like on the rooftop after
okay.
he runs away from Danny.
Oh, it's causing unbearable pain. They
Yeah,
just take them out.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Them
okay.
meeting too. If he hasn't gone there specifically to search out Danny, what are the chances that he like?
Oh, it's New York City. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's Marvel. You know, it's New York City. Everyone's
But,
still looks Spider-Man's flying around.
you know, because when he saves Danny, you're like, okay, cool. They're gonna have. No, oh no, get away from me. Well, whatever.
Yeah, you're in over your head. This guy's trying to help, and it's like, no, I'm gonna go away. I'm gonna take my sword shard and run away.
So if you want to read a really good Iron Fist book, there's The Immortal Iron Fist by Matt Fraction and David Aja.
out of print.
It's out of print, but if you can get a copy of it on wherever you can,
Fine.
read it, enjoy it, read it again.
Yeah, that stuff's great.
It's amazing. It's one of the best books you'll ever read.
Is that when Fraction introduced the whole multiple Iron Fist
Yes,
thing, right?
yes.
Yeah.
The whole
Yeah.
concept.
Yeah, and the whole idea of White Savior should have been just put on the ground because of that,
Yeah.
right? That even before that, there wasn't really, any ground to say he's White Savior. But that,
God, I hate that scene.
yeah, it's terrible.
It's so bad.
But that story killed it.
Yeah. That's our soapbox.
That's our book of the week.
Look away.
There's one issue there. Come and grab it.
And if you like Iron Fist, tell us why.
Yes, please
Yes.
do.
Honestly.
Yeah, we want to
probably
hear all
won't listen to you,
sides. No, we want to hear all sides.
I
I'm
really
intrigued.
would, yeah.
Because, especially if you've read past Iron Fist stuff and then you are enjoying this,
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to know why.
Because, if this is your first
Then it's completely
Fist
different.
experience...
Iron
I
Fist
totally
experience.
get if you dig it,
100%.
you're not going to have the same sort of thing.
Yeah,
hang-ups
yeah,
in
yeah.
certain-
And we're also 40. It's a
Yeah.
bit like if you're picking this up first time and you're quite a bit younger and it works into your wheelhouse, then
Yeah.
that's fine. But if you've read past Iron Fist and you're still enjoying this, I'd like to know why and how.
Yeah, but what did you like about it?
Exactly.
Inform us.
And why.
Yes.
Maybe educate us.
Please. Mansplain us.
Okay, what's next?
Next, alright.
Speaking of claws coming out of hands,
Yes.
segue, Dave.
Oh.
It's lives. Is it lives or death?
Yeah,
Stranding?
lies.
This one's
Lies.
I do like the
Is
the
it Moira?
logo because if you look at the logo and turn it
It's
upside
flip-
down,
Yeah.
you got the deaths at the bottom.
Oh,
Yeah, and
Is
then
it-
that one will be highlighted.
Is it Moira?
No,
that's
Moira's
deaths.
deaths.
This is lives.
So
this
is this
is
a Sabretooth one?
Yes.
No, the Omega Red.
Mega Red, sorry, yeah. No.
It finished
So
with
it's
young
got its own
Wolvie
book.
in the snow with Xavier, and they're just mutiny. They're
Yeah,
just
the
turning
boat,
on him,
the
during the
whales
boat,
and stuff.
and then the whale,
And then like
Ooh, the
Wolvie and the
frickin'
Team
whale.
X Maverick stuff.
We didn't see much of that.
No.
I was annoyed we didn't see more of that T-Nex stuff, but we got the bit of the Romulus and
The big Romulus reveal.
so this is continuing on from. We still don't know what the hell's really going on. Actually, we get a little bit more in this in regards of Wolvie connected up to Cerebro to go back and save Charles, and then also regain some memories. But then he's also going back and changing the past as he's doing it. And it gets to not a catch-22, but at the end of this issue, it gets to a point of saving like his wife with the pregnancy of Deken, or saving the Xavier of that time, and you kind of can't do both. And you also get a little bit of backstory in regards to how Omega Red's doing what he's doing in taking over everybody and everything around him. And then the last page, holy shit.
The art's great. God, the art's great.
It really is. But yeah, I'm really upset we didn't get a little bit more of the
Team X and all
Team
that
X
sort of
stuff, because that's kind of how it finished.
The Wolvie, like the time was, it didn't really progress
No, not
in
this
time
one.
in this
Not
issue.
this one much.
It sort of was about the same, finished about the same sort of thing.
But yeah,
It's good, but I don't really know what's going on still.
no, but it's
get a
fun.
bit more,
It's a
but-
fun read.
Yeah. Just some cool Wolvie action.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
Very interested to see Romulus come back. They've been a long in the past.
I don't know Romulus at all.
It
to
was
be honest.
weird.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I'm like, isn't that Sabretooth? And I'm like, no, that's just a bigger version of him.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's,
But yeah, that was the whole thing, like killing
it
Romulus
was a bit,
and
you know, like the spider totemy sort of stuff when they tried to do that with Spider. Yeah, it's sort of a bit like that. There's always sort of these Wolverine-looking dudes, and sort of Romulus has been around since dawn of time.
I will
Things
say,
like the, I don't know. It was
the bone coming out of the whale did look a bit. That was a weird, but yeah, it was still cool. Yeah, good book. It's a good weekly book.
Alrighty, let's switch it up. Boom Studios. Regarding the matter of Oswald's body, number 4. This book is so good, people.
I have to say, some of the best stuff at the moment,
so
even
good.
for the last, since we started this pod, some of the best stuff I've been reading is, like, not Marvel or DC.
Yes. Well, admittedly, this would have been the most non-Marvel, or just non-Marvel stuff you've read. Like, you've read some others. Not you've only ever read Marvel,
But
the most in such a short time, right?
it's just also, like,
There's
always
variety.
back at, like, because I've been coming here for, nearly 30 years, like, I've always looked at, like, that row, but stuff that always stands out and you pick up different things, but more often recently you've just, I don't know, mate, look, it is a couple of writers as well, and has helped that. But yeah, it's just more and more good standouts, and some like, I'll give that a try, and really had like Apache and this, and the next 3 or 4 we're probably going to talk about. But yeah, Oswald's body, what are we, issue 4, Dave?
Yep.
Yep.
So
Half the book is Oswald talking about why he killed Kennedy.
Yeah.
and he's the most amazing person
And
ever.
yeah, and why he went, defected to Russia,
And you can thank me
and
whenever
all of
you
that.
want.
Yeah.
And they got the people who rescued him, and they just, he's like,
He's the most important part of the machine.
yeah,
The wheels
just-
within wheels.
yeah, just him
It took
talking.
days to get you guys together. It took years and months to get my shit together. Oh man, so good.
And I love that those couple of pages where he's just monologuing. Like they drew it like that is clearly all day. He's just, just dribbling his rhetoric.
Oh, it's like, as Nitin said, it's 3/4 of the book of him just dribbling, and then for some reason he stops talking really quickly, and you find out the rest of it, and that's how the rest of the story goes. But yeah.
Can't wait to see the next couple issues. Like,
Well, yeah.
where do they
Like what happens with
the
Frank?
crew? Yeah.
So
Is that
Frank's
little
the
hint in the press conference.
up above, or what do you mean?
Oh, you know when they're doing the press conference in 1980 when they assumed the body.
Oh, yes.
And things in there. They're like, okay. So at least one of them's going to, because you don't know if it's a book that easily they could all be dead at the end, right?
Easily.
So that was like, oh, okay. I'm more intrigued to see what their end game.
oh,
Is this a 6-part or 5-part?
5 or 6, I'm pretty sure.
So, like, you probably heard us talk about this for the last few months. Highly recommend when this comes out as a trade to have a look at it, because it's been a really fun ride. It's not your typical superhero alternative stuff. It's pretty down to earth but pretty crazy at the same time. So if you like a bit of a conspiracy
It's
book,
not
it's
even
quite
heavily
fun.
on the
Nah.
heavy on the experience. It's more a heist.
Yeah,
Like,
it'd be
Yeah.
a cool movie.
oh, it'd be a great movie.
And also when Oz was talking about the shot and how hard the shot was, and
I knew I could do it.
oh man,
I could do it.
It's
Yeah.
great.
Ah, yeah.
Just
Such a
the
knob.
arrogance of Oswald when he's monologuing
Yeah.
and everyone's just in the background just rolling their
Oh
eyes.
man, like
and
yeah,
roll-
you can just
rolling and
hear
seething.
the eye rolls. Right?
you can hear the bullets being loaded.
Alrighty, next up, the finale, yes,
Yes.
of Primordial.
It's a great book overall, but
Do you get
it
what
just
happened?
seems like
Yeah, same.
it just seems like Jeff Lemire had an idea that was you can't convey on paper.
so over
Yeah,
the
it's
top
a
and
bit too high
existential.
Yes,
that
too high
it couldn't be
concept.
conveyed.
What he wanted to convey didn't
She did an
come
amazing
across.
job.
100%. Because the last few pages was no words, or like a few words with the monkey and the dog talking, and the thing, and it just seems too high concept and something that couldn't be conveyed on paper
Yeah,
It was fun though.
accurately.
I was a bit over it a couple of issues ago.
Yeah, fair enough.
First couple of issues were so great, and then it just got a bit too weird. And that's what I mean. Like, I'm a simple man. I need some people getting punched in the face sometimes. To me,
Yes,
white
and I
pages
said it's just homeward bound.
are-
Is the dog making its way back home?
Existential homeward bound.
pretty much.
And like
Yeah,
that was sweet,
it's different, man. It's very different.
but
Yeah.
Yeah, it just seems like it was very high concept.
I
that
enjoyed
was,
it. Don't
yeah,
get me wrong,
I
still
100% enjoyed
but
it.
Yeah.
It just
I don't know. Like,
it just seemed too high concept.
I think it was the only end you could get, but I don't know if there was much of a payoff.
No, there's no payoff.
You know, you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm like,
Homeward bound, dog go home.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I like the dog that got home.
You know, I'm
And
with
you know what I think? Cause what I enjoyed the first couple of issues was the
Space
like the
racing.
alternate
Yeah.
timeline and the where the last couple of issues you didn't get much of that.
No.
Any of that.
It was just it could have been set today,
Mhm.
normal like
Yeah.
today's 100%, and it would have been there. They're different. But yeah, some more weird space stuff. Venom number 5. Finally back to Eddie and our
Ewing.
Ewing at that.
Holy hell, it's Ewing back, all right.
Whew.
Holy hell,
Yeah,
it's
that was
Ewing
that
back.
was a bit out there.
Talk about wheels within wheels. So this is the Meridian, essentially, and his planning and everything that he's been doing. And this issue 5 goes back over the top of past issues where he spliced himself in and took over the body of Eddie in issue 3 and went and like started this whole cataclysmic version of what I guess down the track he wants to become Venom is what it
Yeah, it was weird.
there's quotation boxes over quotation boxes because it's the exact same panel from issue 3 but it's him talking over the top of those talking.
Yeah. So like you got the speech bubble from issue 1.
Yeah, but
And
it's
for
him
his
talking over the
narrations,
top.
it's-
It's pretty cool in
Right,
that
so-
regard. There's some cool bit where he's talking he needed a break and needed to get back, so he went back to a certain time in the first issue where when Eddie was flying and they found that ship and one of the rogue Ringo with the rogue Venoms,
That was him taking over.
that was him taking over.
Okay, yeah.
And he just went back to that time so he could kill all those 30 odd people again and
Oh.
annihilate them. That was his moment of bliss for the day.
Oh,
It's-
beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
It's
it's-
next level shit. It's excellent. It's really crazy. I just kind of like how he's going back and not rewriting the past, but showing the wheels within wheels of the way they are writing it. It's crazy. And then you're meeting these other kings in black
Yes.
from different realities that are also in this garden, and you get this other. Well, they say that he's trapped in the garden as well with them, but he's moving in and out of time and
Yes,
space.
yes.
So I don't think
Because that's what the whole thing is all about. Time, space, and
That's right, because Kang's in it.
Yeah.
Because they talk about Kang being Venom's Eddie's best friend and shit like that. And the end of issue 3, I think it was, you had that Meridian in the Ravencroft
Yep.
office,
But yeah,
and then
it's
Bedlam.
really out there.
It's what he did to Hulk,
Yes,
and it's great. I'm enjoying it because it's next, and the art's great. Hitch is doing a great job.
yeah, it's alright.
Who's Meridian?
He's a bad guy.
He's the bad guy.
Yes, but from
we
where?
don't know.
Oh,
We don't know
just-
yet.
This.
just that. Okay.
Yeah. He's
It's all pretty new concept,
Okay,
really.
yeah.
Everything in this, pretty much. Like, obviously, they built on Eddie and Dylan where they were at from the previous Kate's run, but
Yeah.
everything else since then is fairly fresh.
So essentially, he's putting all the wheels in motion because he wants to get the Venom symbiote.
Because basically, like, from the early issues that, like, Brock finds out that he doesn't have to adhere to our rules of time and space. He can be wherever, whenever.
He just phases.
Oh, as the king of
Yeah.
or
King
the
of Black.
Venom,
Yeah.
Venom god.
And now we know one of the kings in black.
Mm. So, like, it's all... Like, 'cause earlier on, you know, like, this that made sense now. Like, there was the multiple Eddies, and you're like, oh, is it because he's freaking out and he's gone back in time?
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily Eddie that's doing this. It's Meridian.
The Meridian bit was pretty cool when he creates the Eddie that goes and speaks to Dylan in episode 3 and tells him to go to the Ravencroft and stuff. He's like, since the King in Black fight, there's so much symbiote goo just laying around. He just made himself. It comes up out of the drain out of all the excess symbiote laying around on Earth, which is pretty weird and creepy. Yeah.
I think because it's a weird breakdown of Ewing writing the Brock stuff and Ram V writing the Dylan stuff, because Ewing hasn't been on since issue 1.
That's right.
So issue 1 was both co-writing, then the next couple of issues were all V, and now I was so looking forward to one, to see this side of the story, the Brock side, but also to see what Ewing was going to do, because they're both good, but they're different. But it doesn't feel jarringly different either.
Not at all.
Like, I would love to know how they're
Splicing it.
and how they've worked together
Like,
and
yeah,
laid
it's
it out.
tonally same.
Yes.
Yes.
Totally. And I know you're not a massive fan of his art, but in these scenes, like that cover alone, all the background stuff, like all the little Venoms and stuff, and there's the bit where Meridian's talking, and all the Venom stuff in the background. There's some really cool shit in there.
I like his art. I don't like the colouring we always get with him. It all looks the same page after page.
Okay. Interesting.
Always. And it's been that way for 20 years now. Like, when I first started seeing him, you're like, oh, this is cool. But it's all the same. I don't know. That's just my bitch about Brian Hitch. It's not even Hitch. It's
probably the colours, if anything.
Yeah.
But he's probably choosing that colour.
Oh, for sure.
So.
Because, like, honestly, this is a bit more colourful. But some of these pages, they don't look that different than an Ultimates.
I feel the other Kings in
Like,
Blacks
that could have been a page for Ultimates easy.
felt very washed out.
This is perfect. Like,
Yeah, that's Ultimates for sure.
Thunderbolt, bloody Thunderbolt. That's Hawkeye
Yeah.
rubbish or whatever. You know, like, it's just, yeah, out.
I almost threw that at me.
Wake you up.
Alrighty, let's keep on with the weird space stuff. Fantastic Four, number 40. Next part of the Reckoning War. I have not read this, but for me,
Yeah, I read this.
Yes.
Is it Slot with his missus? Is that Slot
Oh.
and Slot?
I guess so.
Is that
Was she some
Rachel
co-writing?
Slot? No, she's artist.
Ah,
Or was that different?
I don't know.
Oh, Jason, if you read, and not you, myself,
Yes.
it's Stott, Jason, you idiot.
Ah.
So let's ignore that last 30 seconds. So yeah, Reckoning War, I finally caught up on the last 4 books of FF and really, really enjoyed it. There's a lot. You're really getting a lot of... No, Dave, you just wait your turn, mister. You're getting a lot of information in through these Reckoning War, but I'm really enjoying it. That first Reckoning War book, I love the whole story. The Watcher tech, the Watcher tech weaponry that is now across the universe.
The whole
The
original
multiple-
sinness of it is really cool.
The extra battles.
No, the crappy miniseries.
Nick Fury. But then also before that, with the troll stuff, with the wizard, there was some really,
Yeah,
really
that's
cool
great.
stuff in that. So that's going back too far. But so in this, you still got Johnny, who's completely flamed on, and actually, I don't know what I want to say about this. He kind of. Okay, let's go back a sec. There's some stuff that goes on with the Watcher, and they kind of get an orb that is full of information.
Mm-hmm.
Reed takes this orb in, and he is like Watcher Reed these days.
Oh, yes,
It
yes,
is
yes.
next level shit. And there's a massive, massive reveal at the end that Reed comes out with, which I'm sure will be fixed. But you get a bit more of the Watchers where they all get called to. You see a lot of the Badoon. There's so much crap going on at the moment. You see that, Dave? That, down the bottom here?
I'm reading.
Yeah, cool. I was shocked how much I enjoyed this book. I was always enjoying the FF, but this whole storyline is really cool. The She-Hulk part of it is probably a bit of a stretch.
Sure.
But, you know, if Slotty wants to say I've been working on this for the last 20 years, then good luck to you, buddy. But then something else comes back as well. When there was the flashes of Ben looking when he was going to die and stuff. Yeah, there was a character that may now have just appeared that was around at that time. So, yeah, it could be some Surfer. There's some good Surfer. There's some good Doom. There's been some good Doom in the last couple of issues.
His art is shit.
Well, that's the shame part of it, to be honest, because the book before wasn't Chichetto. It was starts with a P. Dave, can you just grab it? It's Reckoning War. Should be there. FF. Starts with a P, was it?
Oh, was it Pacheco?
Pacheco.
Yeah.
It's excellent.
Yeah.
His surf was beautiful.
Pacheco.
Because Reed looks like 20 years old sometimes in this.
Yeah, well,
and then like a 40-year-old.
There's a reason for that, Dave.
And the Thing's face looks like it's always just
Thing's face
fucking a
is
lemon.
terrible.
Yeah, it's a little
Just
too
lemon
cartoony.
face.
Yeah.
Lemon face.
Lemon face. Yeah.
A little too cartoony.
Yeah. Turnip juice is needed. But yeah, really enjoy it. I'm keen to see. I'm guessing there's another. Is that just a Reckoning War one shot, or is there more Reckoning
I think
Wars?
it'd be
alternate?
bookends.
Yeah, cool.
Alpha and Omega, I'd assume.
Yeah, sweet.
You would guess.
Yeah, enjoying
But
it.
you never know. I have seen them do. Wasn't there just an Omega something, Dylan? Or was it just an Alpha something? Was that an
Darkhold?
Omega something?
Darkhold?
No, it's
Oh,
Dark
mate.
Hole that had Omega.
Yeah, no,
and
I
then
know.
there
There was something
also
recently, I think, in the
Carnage that had
previews
both.
that just had just one or the other.
Oh, wow.
Oh, was it War for Earth 3, DC thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was an
right.
Alpha, and
Yeah.
there was no Omega.
Oh,
or
nice.
something.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
You know,
The rest of it was in Flash and Teen Titans or something,
yeah.
I
Why
think.
can't you just call it a prelude?
Yeah.
There's a pretty cool thing where there was a helmet that Alicia's got to call a Silver Surfer.
Oh, yeah.
So Reed just ramps it up and becomes like hollow Reed over the thing, and then just starts giving battle plans to everybody. Uploads Iron Man with all the schematics. He's like, "Oh, this will help," and then tells Cap to throw his shield over. And I won't give. But then there's another bit with Moon Knight. It was excellent. Yeah.
I
You
just
saw
saw
that?
that. Yeah, I was just reading.
And then some really cool stuff with Johnny too, because he's like, now Reed's watched it up. He's like, "You can fix me."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, I could, but you're my biggest weapon right now, so I'm not gonna." And he's like, "You prick." Blah,
We
blah, blah.
all know Reed Richards is
So
not a good man.
Well, that's what I liked about those books before, because they were talking about the custody of Bentley, and Reed goes, "Oh, we could be just like, wow, beautiful, you're playing into your player because you guys are the worst parents ever."
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah.
Yeah. That was
And
great.
Here's
shit.
all the reasons why. Yeah, I haven't read a courtroom comic book in a while,
Yeah.
and I actually really
no,
enjoyed
they were
that
really
back and
good.
forth. It was quite good.
Alrighty, next up, the best 1 minute comic on the stand. Alright, how to say this?
Righteous.
Thirst for
My mouth
vengeance.
is just not working properly today.
Righties.
Righteous thirst for vengeance.
Yes. Man, who's on art on this? I can't say that.
This one was a bit more of a read.
Yeah, it was. But he does some of the best storytelling going. There is minimal dialogue. This is the most by far. But like, if there was none, you can still get. You know, he's so good, and he's got a fairly simple, minimalist art style. But he's just great
Just
storytelling.
get so much out of it.
It's a bit. It reminds me a lot of Steve Dillon. You know what I mean?
Yep, 100%.
Like, no wasted lines. Like I complain a lot in modern art. There's no backgrounds, and there's some panels where there's no background. But the panels where there are, it looks like there's nothing, but there's a lot of detail. Right? It's real.
No,
Um,
couldn't agree more.
That's so good.
Honestly think this book is going to be one of the best trades available because of the way it reads.
My only problem with it will be.
You'll be done in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, that's...
Yeah, but I don't.
I'm
It's
not
great,
sure.
but
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, you know, you're gonna be like, well, that was a quick $30.
Yeah, but it was enjoyable $30.
Yes.
Because I pick it up week to week, and you
'Cause you,
pick
like-
it up and you do put it down pretty quick. But I still enjoy it. And I still.
It's a great book. But
It's just-
yeah, the trade. I was thinking about it the other day. I'm like, oh, I don't know.
I think I'm going to buy the trade, to be honest.
Well, you feel you don't get enough, maybe.
And some big action scenes at the end
This
that
was
I did
great,
not expect. I didn't think we would see some characters come and go like we did.
Yeah. Oh,
the best
yeah.
way
There
to
was
put it.
there was a whoa.
Yeah.
Good in a good way, right? Like makes the book not just your typical Hollywoody.
100%.
And you still don't really know what his deal is.
Yeah, he just seems to bumble along.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
He knows the dark web pretty well though, which is interesting.
Yeah, it's really good. Really good. I can't speak highly enough of it, but
We just talked down a trade pretty hard.
yeah, no, it's just I was saying the other day, I was like, it's a great book, but if I was them, I would definitely be
Trying to do
mindful of the price point I put on the trade.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that, because it's so fast.
Mm.
Like, you buy that trade, and there'll be single issues that take longer to read. That's not necessarily saying those single issues are better.
No, that's right.
Some bloody people writing too much,
Yes.
but you just got to soak in the art more.
Yeah.
Soak in the art more, people. Soak in the art more.
And smell the pages.
Yes. Oh, always. Alrighty. What's next?
Book of the
Let's
week.
go book of the week.
Book of the week.
Book of the
Book
week.
of the week. Hulk number 4.
Holy
God
hell.
damn, what a
Ryan
good
Otley.
book.
Tell us all about it, Dylan.
Where do I start? Okay, so Bruce Banner, our Bruce Banner, in his Starship Hulk,
Piloting.
as he states it, is, yes, in the command chair on the bridge of his Starship Hulk, and he's found himself on an alternate Earth.
818?
Was it 818?
Something like that.
122, close.
No, I think it's 818.
Where basically the whole place has been blown to hell because Thunderbolt Ross is the president.
Yes, yes.
And he's just gamma bombing everything, and he's turned most people into crazy Hulk monsters, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And like, yeah, they blame the mutants on the gamma radiation, so they wipe out all
Oh,
the mutants.
yeah, man,
which
man.
Oh, do they wipe out all the mutants? See, I saw Ryan Otley post that page on Insta before the book came out, and I'm like, where's Cyclops' hand?
You've missed the spot.
Oh, man. How good is his art on this?
Yeah.
That last page.
It's so worth it.
Yeah, that last page. I thought I was reading Ultra Mega.
It looks,
Yeah.
it really does look
That
like
really
Ultraman.
does.
I love that cover.
That is a
It
fantastic
is a fantastic
Yes.
cover.
Yeah.
Ryan Otley rules.
Yeah, yeah.
He's the
Just
best
In
100%,
general,
100%.
he's just fantastic artist.
Like, if you were to get, like, spend money and get, like, a sketch
I
of
know.
his, right, and then you got what Dave got, you'd be pretty pissed. But this book...
what he paid, yeah.
and got graded. Sorry, Dave, you were
Poor
saying?
Dave.
Did you read this one, Dave?
No.
Oh,
No.
Mate. This
Oh,
one's-
out of,
I
you-
love
what
the
is it?
stuff
Protests? Yeah.
about Tony Stark. In the beginning.
yes.
That was great.
Yes.
So yeah, this Earth is just messed up
Yeah.
because of gamma radiation and President Thunderbolt Ross.
And the maybe we'll keep the reveal or whatever, but the hangar that we've seen so much
Yeah.
these days after that, you know, throw the Hulk out the hangar and banner out the thing and turns into the Hulk,
Yeah, yeah.
whatever. There's a riff on that, but it's not the Hulk, but whatever. Like, that was just great. Like, you know, because as you're reading it,
Yeah.
And it might have, like, we might have seen it because we're doing previews
Yes.
and ordering stuff in the future, and we've seen a cover, and I was like, hey, hold on, is this what I think
Yeah,
it is?
yeah, yeah.
And we both just had no idea what was going on. But,
Because I didn't know it was going to be him. I thought it was going to be, Rick Jones.
yep.
But,
Mm,
you know,
yeah.
Yes.
that's a good
Yeah,
reveal.
no, that was great.
Interesting. I love the Hulk in his, like, rage room.
The engine,
The,
the
engine.
fuel.
I love the engine room.
Zombies.
Yeah.
The zombies.
I love it.
'Cause
It's
it's
like
like-
it's so great.
No matter what happens
I want to see the
in
zombies again.
the issue, we're going to get cool pages
Yeah,
of Hulk fighting
yeah.
people.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter what.
Yeah, if you're gonna pay Ryan Otley, you're gonna have him destroy.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to know, is it-
in fight scenes?
Is it Kate's just... What's the coolest, crazy thing you can get Otley to draw this
I
week?
really
Yes.
feel it is.
Or is it like,
Or what-
Otley, what do you want to draw this week?
Yeah, it's one of the-
yeah.
one or the other.
Or both.
Yeah, right?
It's just kids in their room just drawing comics with crayons and like,
Yes.
do you want to be cool, Captain? You know,
And of course, I locked in the room.
Because like the first issue did not. I was like, oh, I don't know, right? But each issue's getting better and better because it's getting more fun and more over the top, but in such a comic way. Because I was so looking forward to something being a bit more different, like normal compared to the weirdness of Immortal. I loved Immortal, but I wanted something more traditional.
Straightforward.
And the first issue, you're like, Oh, I don't know.
Spaceship.
It's so
Yeah.
weird.
Because
But
you didn't really know what the tone was, and you
Right?
had to try and grasp what he was
Yeah.
getting at with the spaceship thing.
But it's nailing it so fun. Great balance of the fun Hulk smash
Yes.
with the disturbed Banner
Yes.
psycho stuff. It's just not working today. Need a beer.
Bloody cats.
He's
It's great.
he's
on
doing
fire.
some very good stuff.
Yeah, I'm loving this.
Yeah.
So pick him up.
If you've missed out on the Hulk,
You missed out on that.
it's if you just want a good, crazy, over the top superhero bash up sort of book, this trade
Mm-hmm.
will
Oh,
be
yeah.
perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Just so fun. Like
Yeah, it's just
cool. Let's see the Hulk
epic. Is
Fight.
like it's epic fights.
this thing this week.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted. That's what I was worried with the first one. I was like, I just wanted to see the Hulk smash some stuff. But we're getting it.
No, but
Heaps of it.
the Ewing stuff was great because it's just Hulk is a horror concept.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Kind of back to his roots,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
But I just wanted just a
Yeah, I know, I get it.
Hulk
Yeah.
smash.
Yeah,
And we are getting that just
In space.
on steroids.
Yeah.
Like just juice to the gills.
Works for me.
So good, so good. Very, very fun comic. Alright, this week was Kate's Double Punch. We got Thor 22. Yeah.
Avengers helping Thor out.
Yeah, well, everyone coming to help Thor out. Better Ray Bill. First
Yeah.
page.
He's got the sword. Remember the sword?
Sweet.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So,
Didn't see that.
the villain. We'll keep it a bit under wraps. The villain last one, big villain, sort of. So Thor's in big trouble. So Better Ray Bill calls out to all the Thor allies, be it the Avengers, be it Wolverine,
Oh, wow.
be it the Pet Avengers.
Be it someone that's dead.
Yeah. His mum and her cat. Or one of his mums. But it was, yeah. This was. I have a love hate with this book. There's some really great stuff, and there's some stuff that does annoy me. But there's a big thing in this, big thing in this. Maybe in the Thor stuff moving forward. That might help alleviate some of my problems with it moving forward. I think that needed to be done. Like, let's get on with it. Yeah, I want to see after Aaron's run, and I know it's not necessarily fair that because that's my biggest problem was that he ignored all the Aaron stuff too fast. And I get it's just the way of modern comics; they don't really build so much on previous runs. They sell
Well,
this stuff.
look what happened with Hickman and the X-Men. They didn't even let him finish.
Oh yes, but they're still doing all this stuff. Every book's still got Hickman pages. I just don't read them.
Oh,
But yeah, there's some big stuff in this. That
I like that costume.
yeah. Those got some new threads.
Yeah.
Trying to give it a bit of a Simonson
I did see
vibe,
that.
big time. But and I really like. It's still Klein on art, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like Klein's art on this too. Like, it really fits. It's got the. It's rough, and like I like the coloring. It's a bit washed out, which I usually don't like, but it sort of fits with his roughness and the. I don't know. It's just different. I really like it. The book is good. Is good. Sometimes things annoy me because I've read this already, but that's just comics. But the last couple of issues, he's finally building on the Aaron stuff instead of shitting on it. I feel so he's winning me back on it.
Mm-hmm.
Winning me back.
It's completely different book.
Yeah.
What's the Immortal X-Men that's being advertised with the last couple of pictures?
Oh, not really sure yet.
Okay.
Well, they're all immortal,
Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
so I assume it's going to be about that. A bit of
Well, death is in the little tableau there, so you know.
but yeah, I assume it's some of them dealing with
Holy
either
hell.
not being able to like the fact they can't die. Or the fact, yeah, because there was a couple of issues. It was a Way of X, where the kids are just desperate to get dead the first time. It's like popping their cherry,
Yeah,
all that sort of
yeah.
stuff. So it'll definitely be some existential crises and stuff like that. I would imagine.
Holy.
Who's
I
right?
like
Holy.
the stuff in this.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's insane.
some cool stuff.
Holy bajoli.
Talk about, like, you know, there's no, because they're playing off the Last Supper here.
Yes. Well,
There's no Jeebus. It's just
yes.
Magneto there, his helmet. There's something on the floor there.
Well, it's because it's also ripping off the Brooksy. It's all still doing the Brooks Dawn of X poster and the X of Swords one and stuff like that. You know, you had the lobster guy and you know, like the big poster we used to have up.
Yeah.
It's all a riff on that as well, but obviously,
Yeah.
you know what this is. But yes, I'm not really sure yet.
Mm-hmm.
But there's 1,000 X books coming. What else did we read this week, gentlemen? Anything else?
I read the new Crimson Cage.
Oh yes.
I read that. That was good.
God damn, it's good.
Yeah, it is.
Just
It's written so well.
yeah, it's so good.
So wrestling.
Yeah.
I actually miss wrestling a little bit now.
Yeah.
Very wrestling. It's like it's Shakespeare.
Yeah, I miss good wrestling. Well, which is wrestling. We've seen that South Park episode.
It's just good.
Yeah, and like it's dark.
Yeah, it's
last
very
issue.
dark. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Bit
mate,
of,
mate with the witches, with
Yeah.
his fate, and
Yeah,
come
trying
back
to like circumvent your fate, which never works out.
Yeah. Because
So-
like I don't know Shakespeare.
Yeah.
I didn't.
no, I mean,
I never had to do Shakespeare in school. I'm not in the high enough English classes for that, I guess.
we just spoke it.
Or I was not. I was busy eating me lunch.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
Something's going on.
Even without the Shakespeare stuff, it's a great story.
Yeah,
You know,
it
even,
is,
like,
it is.
and I know it's Macbeth, but
Yeah.
Macbeth's my favorite.
yeah, so it's Macbeth. It's wrestling, which I love.
Yeah.
Look,
You know.
if you've got a wrestling a mate that loves wrestling and doesn't mind,
Especially
comic
old
book,
school, like old school.
This is gonna
territory
be
days.
awesome trade.
Yeah, so you don't really need to know the Shakespeare
Nothing
side.
whatsoever.
No,
not
that's
at
cool.
all.
Nothing whatsoever. You could even go through the whole thing not realizing, and then see
cool.
Macbeth afterwards and go, "Oh, that was like that book I just read."
100%.
Like you wouldn't know.
If they
Nah.
didn't push it, I wouldn't.
Oh, maybe the swamp
'Cause it
hag
sort of
bits,
opens up-
perhaps a little bit if you knew a little.
Did you guys
bit.
read it?
Yeah.
Because it opens up like with a soliloquy from Major Grud or whatever. Or
Yes,
no,
yes,
Woman
yes,
or
yes.
Grud. Yeah, like a Shakespearean soliloquy in front of it, and like it was a great book.
But yeah, because I think if I had just read this book without them being the push, that
Yeah,
it's
it's
Macbeth
Macbeth.
wrestling, I wouldn't know at all that that's what it was.
Interesting.
I think,
Yeah.
the Macbeth knowledge is way less relevant than maybe
Yeah.
the wrestlingness.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
But the wrestlingness is awesome.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the coolest because
Because the world fits so
Yes.
good with the
Yeah.
100%.
Oh,
the backstabbiness,
the
and
soap opera-ness of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
big time.
And,
And the territories
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
trying to get up and over.
Because I
and-
mean, like, if it was a straightforward it wasn't swamp witches and all that stuff, it still would have been good.
I would
But then you got
enjoy the book
Yeah.
just as much as differently.
Mm-hmm. Without the supernatural
Yeah,
element.
for sure. It was just
It's still
full
it's a great
politics.
I love this book.
Yeah,
I think
it's
the wrestlingness really helps with that.
Of course.
If it was another genre, another industry, another business, maybe not as much.
Yes.
But I think
It does
the wrestlingness helps
It fits.
a lot.
It
Yeah.
just fits.
Yes.
and the old school wrestlingness.
Yeah. Because it's crooked as it gets. So crooked.
Yeah. I think that's the other thing I read because DC wasn't this
Yeah,
week.
same. No
You know,
DC this
half
week.
my
so-
books weren't. I didn't
Yeah.
come.
Dave,
Nah, no.
Dylan?
No, I read 2 books this week.
What did you read?
Iron Fist
Oh.
and Hulk.
Yeah.
That's one more than me.
Gonna get replaced.
I've got DC.
There's 4 FF books.
Not by me.
Oh, Knighted, issue 4 or 5. That's Greg Hurwitz's book. Kind of wrong man, wrong time. Really, really fun where it's going. His little nephew's an absolute little jerk and big mouth, and he's actually starting to grow a set of balls too, which is really good. So he's taken over as Knighted because he accidentally killed the guy that was the Knight, who's the big superhero, but was an absolute tool bag. So he's kind of got an Alfred that, and you get a bit more backstory about everything that happened in it. So again, I think this is going to be a really, really cool trade. There's going to be some really cool Aftershock trades coming very soon that I think are definitely worth
AWA,
picking up.
that one is.
Sorry, AWA.
Well,
They're doing some amazing stuff.
There's an Aftershock killing it. AWA though. The lineup of people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like obviously it's Alonso. You know, he was editor in chief at Marvel for a decade.
Right.
So he's gonna, and Diodato's clearly not just there to draw covers.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
clearly got a piece of the action.
Mm-hmm.
But like they're getting some top tier guys. And isn't Gemmas as well? I think it's one of the other people behind this. So they're spending money to make money. But like, yeah, AWA's killing it. Aftershock's killing it. Ablaze does some great stuff.
Because there's that Primos was Al Madrigal, and that Al Madrigal, I just know him because he started that All Things Comedy thing with Bill Burr.
Sure.
So he's a comedian. I'm like, I'll give that a go.
Yep.
So yeah, they're
Nah.
just getting
Good
names that people kind of know and cool
Well,
stories.
Image
so
can
far.
only put out so many books.
Yeah.
That's it.
Which is great.
It's excellent. It's excellent. It's excellent.
Did we talk about like the new Daniel Warren Johnson book that's going to be coming out, the Justice League Dinosaurs?
No, not really.
No,
No.
I spoke about that in the chat. So you want to?
So he's not going to be drawing it. He's going to be co-writing it, but it's going to be called the Jurassic League.
I think he's doing some covers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's doing covers. So
For
it's
sure, yeah.
like it's like a mini series, and it's just the Justice League, but as dinosaurs. And the art looks pretty good from what I've seen, like little panels.
The art style, I definitely tried to find someone similar vibe.
I would have liked for him to be drawing it,
Definitely.
Me too.
but I will be picking this up because it just sounds like a silly little fun concept with just the dinosaurs as Justice League.
And I can understand him not because he did just have a baby. So congrats, Daniel. But yeah, there's probably a few
Oh,
other
and
things going
he's
on.
so dude, you're gonna get 1 mini a year.
Yeah.
Because
Plus
he does it all.
Well, that's
And
it.
he's working on his own little
Wrestling
wrestling
book.
comic,
Yes, that's
Yes.
which
right.
is
Oh,
cool.
Come on,
Yeah.
come on. But I think that's about all the reading for the week then.
Yep,
Alrighty. We got quite a few trailers to have a look
Oh.
at.
we did.
Let's kick it off with Moon Knight.
Oh yeah.
Baby.
Yeah, so Nitin comes over for the Super Bowl, and we're just sitting there, and I'm like, well, I'll pay the 99 cents and go the NFL Game Pass
So it's
to get all the American ads.
the American stream.
So because it's the American stream.
99 cents.
99 cents. So
Well,
the last couple of weeks of the NFL season, I did that because I'm like, let's watch some American ads.
Because I
they're
would rather watch
hilarious.
that, not
Then
and watch
that's-
Australian ESPN ads over and
Oh, for
over and
sure.
over again.
Oh, did you see the Boston Dynamics?
I saw them all.
Yeah, with the,
I
the
didn't want to go to
beard?
the toilet. Because I'm like, I didn't want to go. The game's on. The really cool ads are on. And then near the end of the game, you can go because the shittier ads come on. And,
Yeah.
and then it's really funny because once the game's actually finished, then you see who doesn't want to spend money. Because they're still spending money, but they're not spending Super
You're
Bowl
gonna get
money.
a little overflow.
Yeah, exactly. It was-
I know I would miss it, but I miss these American, medical ads,
Drag ads.
drug ads.
They're the
Yeah,
best.
we've
Where you
couple.
got like half of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
More than half of the ad is
The
just
side effects.
all the symptoms and side effects.
Yeah.
They have
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
freaking tell.
if you're experiencing bleeding from the eyes,
right.
maybe stop
And,
taking
you
the
know,
product. And
these
see
are
your
not all the
doctor.
symptoms.
I think
you
my
may get
favourite
from
thing the
taking
first
this
time I
drug.
went to the States is just sitting there watching their TV, especially later at night.
Oh,
when
those-
every second ad is just drug
Or lawyer.
Yeah, lawyer ads. You sit there for hours just going,
It
man.
is.
This
man.
local TV, you got the local lawyers doing ads at
Like
late at
full
night.
ambulance chasers.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
They're the best.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's only
Doing
two
like-
countries in the world that can promote drugs and stuff, which is New Zealand and America. And half. Have you seen any?
I don't think so.
Oh, you need to Google it.
like
'cause-
any side effect possible.
They have to list.
You know, like on ours it'd be like, Michael's drowsiness or
Yeah.
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
right? But like theirs, it's just like more than
So,
half
like,
the ad.
diarrhea,
is-
like
yes.
really bad symptoms,
Everything.
like hemorrhaging
Even-
and
Yeah,
Death.
anal bleeding.
brain
Death.
tumors and like it's.
You may
But,
experience.
and if it's a 3-minute
death.
ad, like a minute 30 of the ad is the side effects. It is amazing.
No
So,
way.
Yeah, so-
not to make light of it, but like it'd be a depression medicine ad, and it's may cause depression and suicide.
Because you got to cover it.
What's
Like-
that's the,
Otherwise, you
Yeah,
get
That was
sued.
one
Yeah.
of the that was one of the things we
Yeah.
watched because it was for if you've been taking cancer treatment and it was this product and it's saying it might lead to death. It's like
And then-
well, so was the other things,
You
you
get,
know.
you get
That's
the other
crazy.
half.
It is
Yeah, it's
literally.
amazing.
We'll
Yeah,
play
yeah.
a couple for you afterwards.
Yeah,
after
and
the
you
pod.
get the other half where it's like, have you taken this medicine? Oh, we're developing like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
court
all-
case
yeah,
for
the-
this,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
all
yeah,
that stuff. You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
So.
Yeah, so come
that's
to
a
us and it's a
match of
class
the
action.
lawyer
Yeah.
and the drug.
Yeah. It's mind blowing, man. So
So-
you just stay up watching way later than you're
Yeah,
meant to because you're
because,
watching
like,
these ads. Don't worry about telly.
Reading it in small print on the
Yeah, but
tiny
it's
side of
different.
the box
No.
is like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it's like on the tip.
Yeah,
Wow,
so we're watching the
that's
Super
crazy.
Bowl and first ad comes on and it's, shit, it's Moon Knight.
It's like, I used to see him like, this is a new Moon Knight ad.
And then, like, was it 10 seconds in and he's flying down and the cape comes out
Yeah.
and it's the moon. Oh. So, yeah, so we were quite shocked and very, very happy to spend that 99 cents. We got so much stuff out of it. I think we actually probably got more out of those Empire photos, though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They've been amazing. I'm a little bit annoyed because it's probably given a little bit too that I wanted to see. But I keep looking because I can't stop looking because that Khonshu just looks
Oh,
great.
awesome.
Did you see that shot I sent where it's like over the shoulder?
Yes.
You can kind of see it's just...
The bone, the
Yeah,
skeletal shoulder and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, it looks awesome.
And I saw that Kevin Feige came out and said it's going to be brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it won't be like
Well,
a
the
little...
biggest character in depth since Iron Man, the way they put it. So the way they like drilled through the Iron Man story, they're going to do the same with it, which is excellent because
Arthur Harrow, who's he? Because that's who Ethan Hawke is playing.
Oh, I don't. No one like big. I think it's like a.
wasn't he? What you were saying? He was one of the early.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
early, like
Which to
as
do
the-
with, and the werewolves, I think.
Yes. Werewolves exactly is
Yeah.
what it is. But
Yeah. So cool.
yeah, no. One of them taking their littlest. Because Moon Knight, let's face it.
It's werewolf.
Name 5 Moon Knight villains. You can't.
Bushman?
Yeah.
Bush,
Uh,
Bushman Jr.
Does Khonshu count?
I was going to say Khonshu.
Zodiac now.
Himself
Yeah,
sometimes?
himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's about 3 there. You can say
Yeah.
So I think we're going to get the others. I don't know. I just have a feeling that they're not going to half-ass it, and down the track we're going to get it. Even if it's the end of the season, another one clicks in or something.
There was another shot, I think an Empire photo, where we've seen a shot before where he's got a reflection, right? And he's looking at his reflection. In this shot from Empire, there were 2 kind of reflections.
Beautiful.
So,
Yeah.
Well, as soon as we see
Because
Mr. Knight, you knew there's multiple. Because Mr. Knight is an alt,
yeah.
alright?
Yeah.
So.
And that Mr. Knight, like the suit could have been a bit plainer, but I don't care. They did it well. The glowing eyes.
It looks great. It's not what I would have done. I would have
No.
just loved a very stark.
Yeah.
Just-
Yeah, that's what I said last time. Like
Nothing.
a green suit that you can just CGI.
Well, that's the way it looked in the comics,
Glowing.
and that's how it would have
Yeah.
just.
Yeah.
Blind you almost,
Yes.
right? Yeah. But at the same time, man, that looked very,
And
Very
this, is
good.
one
It looked very
and
nice.
this is one iteration of it.
Yep.
And it's a still. So
And one of the things where they test and
Yeah.
the plane looked too plain or
Mm.
too normal.
The glowy was maybe too
so-
jarred.
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
excited.
Oh, yeah, I'm very excited for this.
Yes, I can't wait for it.
Yes. Yeah, I'd love the last scene to be Jake driving away in the cab. Right?
Couldn't agree more.
Oh. If he's not going to be in.
Just
you know,
past the diner.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then season 3 in the madhouse.
That'll be great.
Season 3 though, need to have Bushman, and then
Cut his goddamn face off.
yes, yeah, and then we'll see in the yeah. That's what I'd like to see, but we'll see. All right.
Doctor Strange. In the Multiverse of Madness,
Interesting
we got
stuff.
the first proper trailer, right? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last one before that showed you quite.
Well, the end of Spidey.
yeah, that
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
It showed you quite a bit,
Yeah,
but
but
this
this
one
one-
showed you a hell of a lot more.
Yes.
More context to this one, I
Yeah.
guess. That one was a little
Yeah.
snippety.
Yeah.
How many snippets?
You hear Professor Xavier?
Apparently
that's-
he's in it.
Apparently.
Because like in the
It's his
credits you
voice.
see his...
It's
Yeah.
his
I
voice.
mean, apparently, no shit, I know that he is.
No,
100%.
maybe you just hear him and don't see him.
But-
You know?
yeah. But that would... it's the Illuminati by the looks of it then.
It's
That's definitely
it's
what-
a version of the Illuminati.
Yeah, well.
With Tom Cruise superior. You see
That is
that?
not Superior Iron Man that they thinking it is.
Well, you see
I don't think that's Superior Iron Man.
Which one?
The person on fire.
who wrote
Ah.
that Superior Iron Man?
Tom Taylor, I think.
Yeah, Tom Taylor come out this week on Insta and did say when we did write the Superior Iron Man when he was really pissed off or like going hard to glow orange. And I'm like, you cheeky bastard, you're just fueling these fires. I love it.
I think it's definitely a Captain Marvel thing.
Like alternate Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to pause the thing. I was thinking, like, it could be Photon.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Like,
why,
not
and they
Photon,
showed
more
Photon,
than Captain Marvel.
Oh, yes. But
and they
say-
showed a side
yeah.
by side of Photon in Wanda, and that's exactly how
Yeah,
she
the
looked.
effects and
Yeah.
The effect was
it's-
exactly the same. So,
Yeah, I definitely think
and
it's...
Wanda's in it. Like, it would
Yeah.
be my. I'm kind of
Or
shocked
if
that
anything,
people aren't.
like... Because I've been
I know they want to speculate.
seeing
but-
stuff, and like people, you know, they're trying to clean up the image and you get this and you get that, and some look like it's a female body, some look like it's clearly a man in the face. So you're like, I don't know. Like the one that,
But they change shit anyway. So
but the one I think I've seen the most was like, oh, maybe it might, because I think it's I don't think that's Superior Iron Man. I just don't. Iron Lad. And I was like, oh, now you might be onto something.
okay,
Yeah.
King, okay.
Especially got America Chavez.
Yeah, he's the last one left,
Yep.
really.
Yes.
that we haven't.
Yep,
Oh,
yep.
Hulkling.
Yeah.
But
Then
Hulkling
you
will be
got
coming in
Skrulls.
secret. Yeah, that's right. Secret war invasion, whatever it is. So yeah, I was like, oh, now I think that's way more likely than a superior Iron Man.
Weird. That's a TV show. Secret Invasion.
Yes.
I thought that was weird. Anyway,
Well,
Should have been.
it's not going to be Secret Invasion that we know.
I guess.
Yeah.
It's like
Civil War, right?
Mm.
True.
It'll be scroll based and that's it.
When he walks into, I guess, the Illuminati room,
Mm.
you don't see anybody, but I pause it. It's like one of them's got a cloak on.
Yes.
Like
It's Doom.
it's not Doom. It's not Doom.
I think it's Venom.
Yeah,
He's
it's
having
Venom.
a drink.
Because if it's the Illuminati, you've already got Professor Xavier,
Yes.
which Iron Man you're going to use,
Yes.
Which Panther are you going to use?
which Panther you're going to use, and this will be the introduction of Namor, Reed, Black Bolt,
Yep.
Yeah.
and
That's massive.
yeah, if
Please.
if
erase
they do
Black
that
Bolt from-
version of
I love
the
100%.
Illuminati.
The guy from the TV show.
Well, that's the word. That's the.
Is that?
That's the thing that it'll be him
Because it's
because it's not. It's all.
It's all-
all
what's it-
it's
yeah,
all
yeah.
MCU. So
Yeah.
Whatever. But I don't like the idea of
I
like, the
hate it.
multiverse stuff.
Mm.
I really
I just hate the
don't.
idea of Illuminati. Like,
Yeah,
why?
it's too early. It's not.
It's too early, and
Yeah.
don't bastardize such a good idea.
Yeah.
And if you're not
Just
sending
to-
the Hulk into space, then there's no point.
Or just the Illuminati. I don't want to like the Illuminati. If you want to get to
Set it
it,
up.
should matter to the MCU
Yes.
Illuminati. I don't give a crap
Yeah.
about
Multiverse,
Yeah.
yeah.
a
Don't do a
Council Reed
multiverse.
sort of
Yeah.
thing.
And like,
Or
even
do
if
it
it is,
Florence. But
it should. I know you don't like. It should be the TVA
Yes. Yes.
because that's their jurisdiction.
Yes.
But it's not. I did like those Ultron robots that they've got.
Yeah.
I was going to mention that.
Yeah.
They were cool.
they did.
They did look cool.
I think my biggest thing is I just wanted a cool Doctor Strange sequel
Yeah.
that I've given up hope on. That's what I'm getting. Like I think it's a movie I will enjoy. The
It's-
movie.
it's Sam
I don't mean
Raimi.
that. Yes, but just I don't. Everything doesn't have to tie in so much and have so many cameos and so much. I know that I'm clearly in the minority.
Yeah.
But that's what the general people want. But I don't. I just like Doctor Strange was excellent, but it was a goddamn long time ago. I've seen him in some Avengers stuff. Now I just want a Doctor Strange movie. Sam Raimi, cool Doctor
How
Strange.
could
Sold.
of a straight out Doctor Strange movie could Sam Raimi?
I don't need a hat on a hat.
No.
Yeah, without
Give me the,
getting
give me the Magic Eater.
Yes.
just
give me
like
Blame Ready
like-
Player One.
Like,
I'll
give us
blame
that
that on
storyline
anything.
with Sam Raimi at the helm, where Magic's getting
Give me
taken
Ill of the World.
by that storyline was
Yeah.
excellent.
Yes.
Like, give us that.
Yes.
It's just everything ties in,
yeah, stuff's
and he is important to the U and everything like that. He's
bogging itself down with multiverse stuff. I
Yeah.
feel.
'Cause I know everyone got excited about the Xavier thing, but I groaned.
Does that make X-Men the first MCU film?
Get started on that. God.
You know, I saw a meme this week of that. It was like, you know, that I'm the captain now. It's
Yeah.
Xavier saying, I'm the first MCU film.
It's not though.
I know.
universe-
I just wanted to see him go off.
God.
It was so easy.
Yes. Anyway.
Just leave those Fox movies in the dust where they belong.
Look, I'll probably enjoy this because I enjoyed
Me too.
I enjoyed Spider-Man. I didn't think I would.
Exactly.
I watched it again on Wednesday. It is great. That Spider-Man
Exactly.
movie is so damn good.
They know what they're doing. Raimi knows how to make a movie. I'm sure I will be like, this is amazing. But I just wanted a Doctor Strange movie.
I am intrigued too because they came out and announced that Venom is from the Andrew Garfield universe now.
Whatever.
So
What?
they are doing
Yeah,
a
they could
Andrew
do-
Garfield Venom movie supposedly.
An
Yes.
amazing Spider-Man.
How
3.
weird is that? That's the one they chose.
Really?
That's the one they chose.
Really?
Those movies were dog shit.
Mhm.
You don't need to bring them back just because it was.
And
you
he
know,
really was. Like, besides Defoe, Garfield was MVP in that film. After I think one of you said it, how, like, I went back and I was just really watching his whole... Because I normally ignore him. He's so damn good. He's overacting. He's just... It was excellent.
Shoot him.
So good.
Should never come near a Spider-Man outfit again.
Mhm.
He got his little redemption. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Off you go.
Yeah,
See you
yeah,
later.
yeah.
Off you go.
Oh, subscribe to your newsletter.
Thanks for coming. I wouldn't subscribe.
I'm not even right. I'm not even writing it. It's your newsletter.
Okay. Chip and Dale. There's a new Chip and Dale something.
Yeah.
How's that?
What's it called? Something? I don't know. Reboot, whatever.
Well, it's not a reboot. It's
Have you seen?
Are these the dancers?
Have you seen the Simpsons E True Hollywood Story ripoff episode? That's what it is.
pretty much.
I'm like, do people not even like?
And there's a Terrence Phillip episode of that as well. I think this is just as good.
E True Hollywood Story is not a thing anymore. What are you making? Oh, God, I thought that was a bit of a weird start.
I love the people doing the voices. But
I hate the people doing the voices.
When did Chip and Dale become annoying Jews? Like
Yeah.
they just, I love John Mulaney. I love Andy Samberg, but I grew up with Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, and they were high pitched, cool voices, but that was not the voices I was getting.
My problem with it is they're not even voice acting it.
No, they're just doing their voices.
That does nothing for me.
There's a pet peeve of mine about voice acting these days.
Yep. You just get a famous person to talk.
Yeah, just talk.
Yeah.
It's not even like performing. Like
Oh,
it's not
you're gonna
even.
hate the Mario movie then.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's just gonna be Chris Pratt talking.
Yes.
Right?
Well, anything else would be weird.
The only thing I thought was both
Well, you chose him, but I wouldn't have chosen him. You know what I mean? Yeah.
cool but odd. The whole gag of he's got one's 2D, one's 3D because he's got the plastic surgery.
Yeah, the
And
CGI.
And I'm like, that's a cool gag, but is it going to be like that the whole movie?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess so.
That's just going to be weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just for the
It's an
sake
odd
of the
choice.
gag.
like it works in
It's a one gag.
Yeah.
it works in Echolands, but you're the same character, guys. Like,
Yeah.
But there's like Echolands had a reason for it.
100%.
Right?
They come
And-
from different places.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
I was talking to Jason before. It's like Space Jam, right? It's simple. These are cartoon people. These are real people.
Yes.
That's it,
Yes.
right? But here it's like, oh, that guy is not cartoon because we just felt like it.
Yeah. It's a good gag. It's a good gag. But
sorry, speaking of animation, just go back to Doctor Strange for a second. See how everyone's breaking down those shards in the pictures?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
like, oh, there's Deadpool.
Deadpool's in the shards.
Did you see? I don't know if it was real, but one of the shards had a witch's hat on its side, and it was animation. And they're like, oh, we're gonna get animated MCU characters in this film as well. And I'm like,
Okay.
No, the one I saw was like, oh, Piggy carded shield.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
That was real.
that was in it.
Yeah.
but yeah, this
Because
was just
they're
literally
gonna-
a sideways animated witch's hat, and they're like, we're gonna get animated MCU. I'm like, okay.
Like who?
Well, I just
So what if one?
yeah. Well, they reckon that Captain Carter shield was in one
Yeah,
of the shards.
and then it's that Doctor Strange from that episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they're calling it
I
Sinister
think it is.
Strange.
yeah, and did
They're
you see
calling
the
it, but it
picture of
doesn't-
Defender Strange?
Yeah.
No, that looked excellent.
He's cool.
That looked
Look like that cool new Avengers.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly right. Sorry, back to
Yes.
Chip and Dale. Oh, I actually do.
Ah, it's just weird.
Yeah.
Check it out. Weird.
Ready Player Chip and Dale.
Terrible film.
It's
I just
it's just
I enjoyed the first bit where I saw Roger Rabbit, and then when they kept doing, I'm like, they're really
just-
going hard. Like, it's
just
not Wreck-It
it's
Ralph,
just-
guys.
Look how much IP we've got.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I hate it.
Just make an animated Chip and Dale movie. I would watch that way more over these. They're in the real world
100%.
bullshit.
100%.
Just spend money on a kick-ass, high-budget, animated, be it 2D or 3D. I would like 2D, but I know that's not
Yeah.
happen. But make me Pixar Chip and Dale.
Yeah.
I'll watch that.
Make me cry, Chip and Dale. Make it Pixar.
Yeah,
I don't need this meta bullshit.
yeah.
It's real.
Yeah,
just-
that's exactly the way I
Yeah.
felt about it. Like, you're pushing meta for
And
the
I
wrong
like-
reasons. Like, crossover works for the meta sake, but don't just meta for
And I
meta
don't
sake.
mind like something like that if it's an original story or something, or something like Wreck-It Ralph, which is meta, but it's not like.
Yes.
But it's
It's
inside
a-
itself
it's a
because
new-
it's something
yes.
its own.
Yeah.
Yes.
But don't whatever. I'll watch it, but I don't
I
think
don't
I'll
think I
like
can
it.
watch it. The voices, Mulaney's voice especially, I can't watch that.
But don't you enjoy Big Mouth?
I do.
Okay.
But Andrew's got.
He does
It
a
is
voice for
different.
Andrew.
I know it
voice.
is.
It's a
Oh,
He
character.
makes an effort for Andrew.
It's a character, you know?
Yeah.
This is just Mulaney's voice is just so punchable.
Punch his voice.
Olivia Munn doesn't
Love
think
his
so.
stand-up.
Oh, so punchable.
Do you even like his stand-up?
Nah, he's too punchable. I don't like his head.
I can understand that. I like Mulaney, but I can
Yeah,
Oh,
understand
I
that.
can see it, but
Ooh,
Yeah,
No,
no, I
no,
get
no.
that. I get that for sure.
I like them.
I love me some Big Mouth, but
I
yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
What's next one?
Okay, we also got a trailer for The Boys, Diabolical, which was
Mind blown.
Mine.
yes, very mind blowing. Because
like a
No,
little
it's-
bit
it's
for the people that have never read the
prequel
books and
by the
stuff, and what
looks
the
of it.
like.
yeah, okay, so
We kind of saw a beerless butcher.
yes.
Huey looks like Huey.
Well, and Huey's voiced by someone.
Well, in one story, because it's going to be anthology,
There's
right?
8
Yeah.
episodes. And it looks like maybe different people taking the helm for each episode, so they're probably not
Yep.
going to be linear. They're just going to
Nah,
be
just short stories.
short
in,
stories.
And I thought from the previous one, it's just going to be cool short stories in the boys' universe.
Yeah.
Fine. But then this trailer, you're like, wait, but that's not in the boys' universe.
But that is in the
boys' universe. It's the multiverse.
Well, that's
it's
it.
the boys'
Like,
multiverse.
that stuff is in the boys' comic book universe, but that part of it's from the boys' TV universe.
Yeah.
So,
And you've got actors from the TV show
exactly right.
voicing their characters still, but you've got
Simon
yeah.
Pegg being Huey.
exactly. Yeah, Huey looks very different in the comics.
Yes.
Butcher looks slightly different
Yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah,
comics. And
Well, in the comics, Huey is Simon Pegg.
yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, it's just head scratchy. You're like, well, what is this show?
Yeah, like we're getting 2 seasons of boys this year. That's excellent. Like
Yeah.
2 different. Like we're getting 2 different. We get awesome season 3, which is just going to be next level. Was it 4? No, 3.
Because
And then
obviously, I don't think anything's gonna. There were none of those shorts will reflect
No,
the
no,
live
nothing to
action,
do with it.
right? You know.
Which is even better.
Yeah.
Give me
But
more
it's just-
property.
It's just the mixedness and the how we're gonna get that. But I don't
Some people
understand
might be confused.
Your
Yeah.
regular
Oh, yeah.
TV viewing audience. That Huey episode hits, you're gonna be like,
Yeah.
why is it his dad?
I just hope it starts like The Boys was a comic book. This is how it looks as a comic book.
Garth
Boom!
Ennis says, "I'm doing it
Yeah.
the way I want to do it."
Yeah, you give me an episode, I'm doing it how I want to do it. But I
I got more excited.
100%.
Yeah,
More
me
excited.
too.
Because that little teaser thing, like with
With
the,
the baby.
The baby with the
Didn't know what to expect.
Oh no, the one before
The burger one?
yeah.
That was a bit-
that was just I was like, I don't want to watch this.
Yeah, like what's this show about?
Yeah.
I don't care.
Because the Homelander stuff is the TV show Homelander stuff,
Yes.
which is interesting.
But yeah, I don't know.
And the voice casting. It's invincible level. Yeah.
Well, man. Yeah, the whole thing from the Margin Broadchurch boys and Invincible. They know they're onto a winner. What's going to be the next harder comic thing that they're going to pick up?
Science Dog.
Science
Seance
kid
Dog.
friendly.
Seance Dog.
If they really go out
Crossed.
for it, Saga. If they really wanted to go hand,
Can you
put
imagine?
all the chips in, they'll do Saga.
No one is
That's
crazy
only
enough.
if they, yeah.
Not yet.
No one
I'd
is
say,
crazy enough to
yeah.
do cross.
Oh yeah,
Cowards.
no, not
Yeah.
cross. No,
Saga,
no, no.
I think, would be
Cowards.
something. You'd have to see how
Give me the pro.
like the Lord of the Rings thing go for him and that sort of stuff. I think before you'd get a
Saga could be good animated as well.
Yes.
Give us the pro.
Ah, that'd be a great movie.
Give me a half hour pro. 28 minutes pro.
That could be pretty good.
That could be next level. Because they could do that. If they're doing what they're doing with The Boys and
Oh,
Invincible, they could do the pro without an issue.
Oh, for sure.
And that scene of the plane's wing falling off.
It's insane
Breaking
that
off.
like we're talking about this and we can see them doing that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
And
it's
they've
not-
done
it's
the
not-
boys
yeah.
and they've done crazy stuff that we never
We're
would have
there
thought.
now.
Yeah.
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 It was garbage with the Preacher.
Yeah.
They did Preacher. They did got most of the stuff in there.
Yeah.
Not all of the stuff. It wasn't great. I didn't like it.
I didn't watch more than
I-
the first season. I hear
When-
it got better, closer later. but-
Yeah.
Yeah, because that Noah,
lost
Look,
Noah
when they
came in
had
as Hitler and stuff.
Violet
was
getting
supposed to be-
dogs from the pound to feed to Cassidy, I was like, I was out of it. I'm
I
done.
didn't get that far, so I'm glad.
No,
I'm
don't.
I'm not going back now.
Like, yeah, like.
While we're still on cartoons, I'll just shoehorn in. I finished Hitmonkey. So Hitmonkey is a Marvel property. It's on Disney Plus. 10 episodes. I read Hitmonkey when it first came. I like Hitmonkey, so I was actually excited for this cartoon. And then it came out on Hulu. We didn't get it for 3 months. So that was really good. Thanks for that, Disney. But yeah, 10 episodes. It's a little slow. It's a lot of Jason Sudeikis. So Sudeikis is a assassin, bit of a bumbling assassin, but not too bad. Gets killed, has a soul bond to a monkey whose family also gets killed. It's a stretch, but it's a great stretch. Teaches the monkey, they converse with each other. Teaches the monkey how to become an assassin, and he goes off on his duties. It's got Lady Bullseye in it. It's got Fat Cobra in it from Iron Fist. It's got Silver Samurai in it, who is just so far up himself. It's not funny. It is hilarious. It's worth it alone for Lady Bullseye. George Takei's in. He does the voice. Olivia Munn does the voice. It is a lot of Sudeikis. There's a little bit slow at the start, but once Lady Bullseye comes in and the destruction starts, it is pretty crazy.
George Takei Silver Samurai?
No,
Oh.
No, he's like
he's the uncle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so 10 episodes, half hour
gotta
episodes.
watch.
Bit of fun, but yeah, worth it for Lady Bullseye alone because her
Is
devastation.
that who Mun is then?
What's that?
Is that who Mun is?
No, Mun is Takei's
Oh,
niece.
okay. I was going to say, I don't think she'd pull that off. She was a scientist, though.
She was definitely a scientist. So yeah, check it out if you're interested in monkeys that kill people for the right reasons. It only kills killers.
Of course. Okay, last trailer. Elvis.
Yeah.
Trailer for a new Elvis biopic. Baz Luhrmann.
Yeah,
Baz Luhrmann.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for a biopic.
Me too.
I love a good biopic.
me too.
And I wasn't gonna bother. Just Baz Luhrmann.
Yeah.
I watched the trailer. I'm bought in. I'm like, this looks interesting as heck.
I said to Dylan, my only probably thing is it going to be too clean? Because
It's 100% gonna be too clean.
You know, it's
Yeah.
too estate
Yes.
approved.
Yes.
No.
I didn't see Fat Elvis.
No minor Priscilla.
Yeah. I didn't see no Fat Elvis.
No meth.
Captain
Like-
Marvel Jr. though.
Because we'll talk about it. Like I want more Walk the Line.
Mm-hmm.
Or like at all. And I understand. Like I get it. If I'm running the Elvis estate is a lot of money.
Yes. 100%.
I understand the business side of it.
Yeah.
But it looks good.
It does look
The
good.
guy looks okay.
Yeah.
A bit too pretty, but okay.
Yeah, it's
Odom
like-
Shank is great as Colonel Parker.
Who?
Odom Shank.
Ah,
Tom Shank.
yes. That's why I'm like, what? Yes, he's excellent. You can still he's almost you can still hear the Tom Hanks in it. You
Yes.
know, behind the
Yeah,
accent.
yeah.
And like he's doing it good, but you can still in there, yeah.
Oh, it had me like
Autumn
the
Shank.
first time I saw him, and then throughout the trailer, I was like, okay, yeah. I came across the trailer by accident,
Oh.
and it's like, and it
Actually,
just compelled me to watch it all. And yeah,
No, it looks good. Elvis's life is interesting.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
I do think they might hit on the Colonel being super dodgy, so that'd be good. That might be where they get their grit.
Well, that's how it starts.
Yeah,
The,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's where they'll get their grit, I guess. But yeah, no Fat Elvis in the trailer is a little disappointing.
Yeah, if you're doing his full life,
Yeah.
I want Fat Elvis.
Yeah,
Freaking sweaty jumpsuit in Vegas.
yeah.
Hanks's portrayal of what I saw in the trailer reminded me of in 42, Harrison Ford.
Yes.
He's
God, 42's a good.
that's a great movie. Yeah, it reminded me a bit of that. I'm like, if it's anything like that, then yeah, where I'm in. What about Tudyk in 42?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I don't know how anyone would agree to play that racist, someone that racist, and so blatantly racist.
Well, for the time.
I
it
know,
was-
but just to do like,
Regular?
Yeah.
I know it was, but
Oh no, even then he was like, I think at the time he was too.
Liberal?
No. He was too much for people at the time.
Ah.
Even like
Yeah,
you need
fair
to tone
enough.
that down.
holy hell, man, yeah. I think he does look a little bit pretty, but Elvis was a pretty boy. Don't get me
Yes.
wrong. The voice does. I know, obviously they've done a bit to it.
Well, it's not him singing.
Yeah, I
right?
don't think
would
it'd be him
imagine so.
singing.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the voice is a bit much at times. A bit too
Yeah,
parody.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I was like, tone it down a
There's
bit.
only one bit I'm like, oh, I can't understand what he's saying.
Yes. I was like, he didn't really talk that
Mm.
mush mouth.
They're gonna go with him going to Nixon, trying to be a cop.
I'm gonna be the son.
Give me a badge.
Yes. It's one of my favorite things. He's all meffed up, and I'm gonna stop all drugs. Give me a badge. Give me a badge and a gun. You didn't know that?
No.
Yes. He was gonna be the drug czar, and
Yeah.
you know, he's gonna be war on drugs. I'm gonna be an FBI special agent.
When he's high up to the gills,
Yeah.
filled up to the gills.
You remember his sandwich that he used to have with he'd hollow out a loaf of bread, and then jam it full of like
Peanut butter,
jelly,
bacon.
and
Banana
bacon,
and banana,
Put
and
the end back on,
fry
and
it
then
up.
deep fry it.
So I guess
And that's the thing. Like,
Wow.
if you look at Elvis, like he was the first. There was no one else before. Like he was the pioneer of where like Keith Richards and all those went to. There was no one before him.
Rock and roll excess.
He was it, and there was no one to say, "Hey, Elvis, you need to stop," because
Well, no,
Just
it
no
was,
one
the
to-
Colonel Parker was there just to,
Can keep it going.
yeah,
Keep the party going.
for, yeah.
He was the first rock star. Yeah, bring it on.
Jeez. Yeah, the drug stuff's done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wow.
that's the best bit.
Interesting.
It's gonna be interesting.
Especially because he's so messed up himself. But he doesn't think he's...
Yeah, he's different.
You know, he's not like he's buying on the corner.
Yeah.
You know, it's...
He gets his from the doctor,
Yeah.
so it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people think that.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
You feel-
nothing has changed over there. Especially over there.
Picking up on fucking barbiturates
Yes!
like Johnny Cash.
Yes!
Well, the wrestlers with the somas and
Mm.
oh, Jesus.
Greenies in baseball.
Yeah,
Good stuff. That movie looks good.
bring it on.
Okay, this week it was bittersweet because we got the finale for Peacemaker.
Whew. Did you end up watching?
Yeah, I did. Very, very good.
Everyone seen it?
Yeah.
Yep, yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
God, what a great show.
Yes.
Spoilers.
Awesome.
Spoilers.
Yes.
Once again, just in case.
Also, it got a season 2. We'll talk about first. It doesn't need it.
Nah.
Didn't
I
it?
don't think it
Especially
doesn't
that
need
end.
it.
That
But
on
we're
the
gonna get
porch,
one. Hmm.
Just perfect. Old man still on his shoulder.
And yeah.
Mm.
Now, like I said before, just James Gunn, who else would you like? You're free to
Yeah.
take your pick.
For sure.
But even then, I understand also the
Tight man.
business of it, of like, this has been very
Yes.
successful. Give me a vigilante show,
Yeah.
and you can have Peacemaker in one episode. I could handle that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
That-
Gunn came out
it's
and
so
said
special.
It's like the highest rating show ever on their platform.
Yeah, so
It's
it,
getting
it
the
was
season.
100%
It
was getting to see.
But look, and he's writing, directing it, so it gives me a
Oh,
lot
for
of
sure.
hope.
For sure, for sure.
I'd get rid of the whole team except Peacemaker. And maybe Vigilante for an
What do you
episode
mean?
or two, and then just, yeah.
Stevie G is excellent.
They're all excellent, but I think just to go forward.
I do. A lot will be
that
lost
will
because
happen.
they're so. They
That-
are a team now. and they're
they'll
a
lose a
family.
couple, which will,
yeah.
and I was shocked a couple of them didn't get kicked.
Yeah, I thought.
I thought Stevie G was going for sure.
Yeah.
I thought maybe at one point
Harcourt?
even Harcourt was
Yeah, I thought
in
Harcourt
it.
was
When he
good.
goes-
Like, he's not even going to get the
When he,
banger.
when he jumps the fence and he falls over. And he goes,
Literally exposed bone.
I love.
He dragged himself bloody quick.
Right?
Yes.
Bloody
is that?
quick.
Yes, but this is so funny.
So funny.
Yeah, nah.
What a Judo Master just crying at the end.
He's still eating his hot flaming up Cheetos. It's the best bit.
Oh no, sorry. The best bit was the eagle and the helmet. And the fact that how
yeah.
pissed off Harker. She's like, I knew he wouldn't know. He wasn't listening. He didn't understand. Oh, so damn good. So damn good.
It reminds me of training dogs sometimes.
Finally get to see Vigilante use his sword.
Yeah.
Oh, and didn't he use that sword?
That fight was cool.
That was
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
fight scene was excellent.
It was a bit too shaky for my liking.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yes, yes.
Just too.
Cut.
Yeah.
Jumps.
Not
yeah.
jump cut. It's just
No, but
the
Shaky
count.
camera?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Did you think Goff was gonna sway him at all?
no.
No. I didn't think so. I didn't think so.
I think I can see how she thinks she's going to.
Yes. Yes.
But he's grown.
Oh, the
He's-
peace, the peace sign.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Yeah.
But to still see her around at the end, that was
Mm.
interesting.
He could
Well,
do it. You know.
Well, that
but they're gonna
but-
die
yeah,
anyway
yeah,
because
sure.
there's
Oh,
no
it's the
more.
last
There's
one.
no more.
Yes,
The goo.
yes.
Oh, what about the cow?
Oh.
Wow.
The thing is, like, even then, is like, in the Suicide Squad movie, you made Starro sympathetic.
Yeah.
Because he said he was fine in space, hanging around.
Yeah.
You,
Let me.
Yeah,
I'm good.
I was fine. You brought me here. I want this island. And then they goddamn put rats in its eyes. I just get soft for Starro. And this one is like the
Ah.
Torpedo.
yeah.
Human torpedo.
That was funny. She's just
The
standing
first
there.
one was excellent. The first one was the best
Oh, the
one.
first one she overshoots and next to the wall.
It's weird how they show emotion at the end when the cow gets like.
Well, they need it.
No, but like one of the traits was they didn't show emotion, right? At the
Oh,
very
but-
Well, you know
start.
you're gonna die.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah.
There's one time you're gonna show emotion, Dave.
Yeah, but
Alright, Heart of Stone.
You can't eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even then, it was like 100 years.
Yeah.
Even if they do transport, they've still got 100 years, and then that's it.
Yes.
So they're limited anyway, which was a nice little touch.
Mm.
And I did like you made them sympathetic as well.
Oh yeah.
At the end, was trying
Oh,
to
and
get.
I know we've talked about before. She was great.
She was fantastic.
Yeah, she was really good. Like, 'cause the bit where she's
Dolphin
trying
Man.
to, yeah,
Oh, yeah, bloody oath.
she was so
great
good.
actress.
Mm.
Yeah.
Just everyone was good in the show.
The show's excellent.
And like his dad's still in his mind. Even he can't cleanse himself of that.
That was a good scene too. Him in the forest talking to the dad.
Yeah.
When Harcourt came in the blow dart. Yeah, that was really good.
No, it's
Excellent show.
Yeah.
So good.
We got a month
Mm-hmm.
until another good show.
How about Justice League bit?
That was funny.
I was fine with that. I was really fine with that.
I didn't like the Shadow part.
Yeah, if you're gonna have them.
Yeah.
Or just have half of them show. Don't need them all.
Flash and Aquaman would have been enough.
Yeah, that's right. You didn't need them all to show.
Yeah. It kind of annoyed me because also it's out of character for Wonder Woman and Superman also to not say anything.
Yeah, Superman's just floating there.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
oh, he's not gonna, you know.
And it could have also been a bit more of a joke where it's like, you know, your dickheads are late, but it's like, that's also who all you
Yes,
sent.
yes.
Yeah.
You only sent Barry and Aquaman.
Yeah, exactly.
The
The
two
B team.
duds,
Yeah,
100%.
which are
Yeah.
like the B team for the B team. Which
Yeah,
is an even better joke.
yeah, exactly. Like
Um,
what's Superman?
Because having them in it was excellent, but yeah, the other two I thought was
Yeah.
just redundant.
Yeah. But he is.
And just saying to that version of Barry Allen what we all want to say to him.
The bit about Green Arrow and the first suit.
That was cool. Yeah.
So we can breathe, so we can get the air, like... Oh, it's a great show.
It really was.
Was it you that's telling me who filmed that?
Yeah, I read an article. Apparently, the Ezra Miller Flash cameo thing was filmed by the Guardians, Volume 3 crew.
What do you...
Because James Gunn used the Peacemaker crew to film, I think, like an audition or something for Guardians.
So this is like a little...
Oh yeah, yeah.
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 And I'm sure that sort of stuff happens probably in the
Yeah.
film industry more
Yeah.
often than we would
Wow,
know.
okay.
But James Gunn, bring them together.
Right?
We might get the crossover done by him.
Amalgam.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Because I just don't understand really how that works. Just legally with unions and
Yes,
all that
yeah.
sort of stuff, right? Like it's not just hey, cool. Can you just film me, buddy, for a second? Like there's stuff.
Yeah.
Like it seems like, especially with two big things like that.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah. But it's cool, but
Mm.
Yeah, very, very.
Yeah, it was very cool, interesting. Yeah, great show.
yeah, it's one of those things you want more, but you don't want more.
Yeah.
Mm.
But if he's writing and directing second season,
Yeah. I'm on.
I have more hope for
Yes.
Exactly.
And like,
it. Like if he wasn't involved, then I'd be like,
you'd
oh
be-
yeah.
I don't think I'd watch
Yeah,
it,
it'd
right?
just be
But-
like every sequel of an animation where
Yep.
there's just
Yeah.
there's 4 songs in it.
Mm.
But yeah, it's just the whole dynamic is going to be so different, and like, yeah, I don't know. Be interesting what the plot is.
Well, also it might not be, like you saw Stephen G's character go back in, so he might not necessarily be in every. So there might be some new other people.
Well,
come in.
they're showing like she's an Argus agent, so they're gonna
Yes.
bring Argus in now
Yes.
instead. Work for Argus. Interesting.
Oh, she went public with everything.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Because that's what I assume it's going to be all about, the Waller stuff. Like, is Waller then going to send a new team after them, or
Yeah.
Did anybody else think
June
Adebayo's
Master?
wife was a butterfly?
I thought there might have been maybe not a butterfly, but I thought something was going to happen there.
Yes, because I thought she was going to be a butterfly and she's
I
going
think
to
it was an
explain
extra
everything.
step that just didn't need to be made, so I'm glad they didn't.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm glad they didn't, but I just thought, they're going
Because when she
to
comes
make
in
her a
and
butterfly
like
as
their
well.
paws, you're like, oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
and then the dogs come.
Yeah.
That was definitely purposely he did that to make you go, oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Even before, like a few episodes
Yes.
before that, when they're talking, I thought she was going to say something about butterflies and you see the wife was one.
Because she seemed a little too keen to be around and
Yes. Yeah. Like
Yeah,
I'm glad they
I
didn't
think-
go that way.
No, same.
I
But
just
think
thought, like, they were
I think it was
gonna- yeah.
purpose.
Yeah.
to think
like
that.
a little red hair. Yeah.
Yeah, a little, just slightly
Yeah.
under there. Yeah, I definitely thought that sort of felt like it slowed down. Like, oh no, she's gonna get whacked.
I also don't think butterflies send box shots, so
I reckon. I reckon they'd be all over it.
not enough emotion.
That's true. That's why they do it. They don't care.
No shame.
Have a look. Yeah.
Shame.
Why should you?
It's part of the body.
Well.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
With that said,
Keep it on your toes, deal.
okay, before we get into our film flashback, a few of us checked out the Cuphead Show on Netflix.
Hey, I watched one episode.
I watched
Yes.
2.
I watched, I think 5.
They're only 10 minutes.
You didn't
Yes.
watch any more?
No, I wanted to.
Oh, you had
yeah.
thing to watch it.
Yeah. Oh man, the show's
Fun.
awesome.
such a great simple premise.
Yeah,
You'll never watch it, Ed.
No, I will not watch it.
Okay.
and
It's
it's
like
just
when just like when
don't
Marge
can't.
yells out sock puppets.
it's like awesome throwback to like 30s, 40s animation. It is just like watching an old Mickey Mouse cartoon.
And that
Yes.
opening scene where everything is the 3D.
Yeah, it's like a
I'm like,
miniature,
oh,
right?
shit, that was really.
And actually, in the game, they did a couple levels like that too,
Right.
where they shot a miniature and they just put it in the back
Yeah.
with the hand-drawn animation and stuff.
Yeah, so Netflix, 10 episodes.
Yeah, about 15 minutes each for each episode.
I didn't like. I knew that it was a game, and he looked like a cup. Like when I watched the trailer the other week, and his friend with Muggsy, I'm like, oh, I get it. That's cool, right? Like I didn't know anything really. And the uncle was the kettle thing. I'm like, this is cool. I want more.
Yeah. Oh, the second episode you'll love.
Yeah.
It's a baby. So it's just like Roger Rabbit. I'm like, oh, these guys watch Roger Rabbit. Okay. And it just goes on from there. It's excellent.
It's a baby bottle.
Excellent.
That squirts milk in their face.
Excellent.
Yes. Yeah, you've got like
The only thing that annoyed me that episode was I expected the baby to be like a gangster or something. and
Yeah!
to be robbing the house. But it was just an annoying baby, which is very true.
Yes. And you get lots of characters from the game as well. The game is very like it's primarily just boss battles.
Sure.
So you go around just fighting really cool bosses. Obviously, devils.
Do you know
final
the
boss.
premise of the game?
No.
Explain the premise of the game, because it's cool as hell.
Now I'm worried that I'm not remembering it.
Well,
properly.
no, well, what you said, even if it's a
Yeah.
little bit
Well, no, you
incorrect,
explain it, and if Dylan's wrong, you just put it
Tell
in the
us.
comments. We'll
Dislike the
Really
video. If I get it
don't
wrong.
dislike the video.
Don't tell them what.
Jesus.
just put it in the comments.
Okay.
We'll ignore it.
So from what I remember,
I might press like.
Yeah.
Cuphead and Mugman lose big at the casino or something, and they owe their souls to the devil or something, right? And the way they are trying to repay that debt is to go around getting other people's soul contracts and giving them to the devil. So
all the bosses.
all the
you
bosses-
they get all their souls.
yes,
It's pretty cool.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Because when the first episode, The Carnival, I'm like, this is a great, simple premise. Like, I love it. Like, you lose and you lose your soul, and he's
pumping
Yeah,
it.
it's so funny. And then he's getting
Ding,
the
ding,
shits.
ding.
He's like, why is there no more souls
Yeah.
coming through? It was
And like the devil was cool.
really cool.
Like, is that what it looks like in the game?
Everything is exactly the way it looks in the game.
I liked he wasn't the red. Like,
Yeah.
you know, he looked devil enough that you go, oh, that's
Yeah.
a devil, but wasn't so stereotyped.
It feels a version of the devil from Cow and Chicken. If anyone ever used to watch Cow
Yeah.
and Chicken, that was a lot more over the top, but similar demeanor. I love it.
Because
You need to watch the show. Nitin.
No, I don't.
it has a dash of like modern
Just
animation
listen to it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And
Yeah.
then the openings, but also the amount of throwbacks, like you said, the opening crawl, well, not opening crawl, but the opening
The title card.
title cards.
And you've got the year in Roman numerals, like old school
Yes.
and
We're
everything.
waiting for Merry Medleys to come up.
So I thought it gave me a bit, like, clearly going old schools, but a little Animaniacs-iness.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yeah,
Oh,
just a
especially with the like that start where it's like, need more gunpowder.
Yes.
And it's like, you know what I do? I double down.
Yes,
I'm like,
yes.
that's a great saying. What does that even mean? I don't know. Let's just double down.
And the game is really cool. It's on
I don't know.
PS4 now.
Is
And-
it?
Yeah, it's on. It first came out on Xbox and Windows, I think, but it first came to Switch. Then now it's on PS4. It is very difficult.
Is the ladder getting a bit tight again? Is it, Dave?
Yeah.
So if you like Contra, get Cuphead.
Yeah, it looks too hard.
Does it? I don't know if it'd be more fun on the Switch.
My problem with it on the Switch is the Switch D-pad is not very good. You know what I mean, right? No?
I just thought you were calling me some young person slur, calling me a D-pad. Didn't know what that was.
Because
yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, because the Joy-Con are designed to be held
Yes.
sideways as well. The D-pad I don't think is the best
all right.
for platforming. and
PlayStation
stuff.
is. I might
So,
actually turn my
yeah,
PlayStation on.
platforming the way it works, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see that. Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Well,
Everyone
that comes
listening,
out, she's like,
Dave is
oh, you're
just
watching Cuphead. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty good. Do you want to play it? No. Why would I want to do that?
I can watch it.
Yeah,
There's an easy mode.
I don't want to get angry.
Easy mode.
I get angry enough.
Easy mode.
It's good when you gotta play a game. You're not gonna play a game. You watch someone play a game.
Yeah, watch it.
No.
It's the game is so pretty. You could probably watch someone play it.
I've seen things when like the game was coming and I'm like, oh, it looks cool
Yeah.
because the art style
Yeah.
is so.
But you know what else you could do? You could watch a TV show.
You good?
Yeah, I gotta watch more for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to finish it. Probably tonight. All of them. All of them. Okay. Whose film flashback was it this week?
Me.
Nitin. What was your film flashback?
Dark City.
Dark City?
Now, who hasn't seen Dark City?
Me.
I
Dave
haven't
and
seen Dark City.
Dylan.
Oh.
All right, let's.
So were you the only ones that had seen it?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Let's go, Dylan.
Oh, you had seen it?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes.
Told you. I
So
love
it's
it.
on Netflix. It is the one that's got the narration before it where it gives everything away. So if you're gonna watch it the first time,
Try not to-
I think go like 1 minute 29. It will skip the narration. You can watch it, and you don't miss like everything the narration tells you. You get through watching the movie.
That's the point.
Yeah.
Which is how movies normally work, unless you like them spoon-fed to you. So, Dave.
I'm glad that wasn't spoon-fed to
Yeah,
me.
bloody oath. Yeah, you don't lose anything.
Because I would have hated it if I listened to that narration.
Yeah, you missed it. We played it for Dave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And,
it was...
Because what's the point of watching it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's like
it tells
I
you
know
everything.
Yeah,
what
the structure
happens.
of the movie, like this is the structure is like a mystery, right? You slowly get given
Yeah.
Pieces.
the story. So if someone just dumps it on you
Yeah.
at the beginning, what's the point of watching the movie?
Because you never like super lost, right?
No,
no,
you're
you
always
get enough early.
you're
Yeah.
always intrigued. You're always like,
Yeah.
oh, I
I
wonder what's going on. Yeah,
I still get spoon-fed.
Yeah,
It's just not
Just
all
not,
all over.
it's just, yeah, it's just not shoved
Yeah, it's
into
not
you.
Yeah.
incubation.
yeah, it's not like Homer with the donuts in hell.
Yeah.
So spoilers, people.
Oh,
yeah, like the spoilers. The narration tells you that the aliens they've kidnapped people. They brought them into like a space station.
I can't
They're
believe
doing
that.
tuning. They tell you everything.
Yes, yes.
Dumb.
It's
But
pointless
no, like, why?
for dummies.
Yeah, well, because you just know what happened.
Yeah.
Test screening. I don't understand. What do you mean they're in space? I thought it was a city. Yes, dickhead.
Yeah, when people go to sleep at midnight, you don't see the sun. New buildings pop up.
Yeah.
This is Earth for sure.
It's so good, Bart.
it's cool. Yeah, it was really awesome.
Because we were talking about it the other day, and I'm like, oh, it's because you knew really nothing, right?
I knew nothing, despite listening to that song that was about the the movie
That was cool
for
last
years.
time.
No, I haven't listened. I need to listen.
Yeah,
to
yeah, like I had no idea it was based on the movie.
Because I'm like, yeah, it's sort of sci-fi. Because I didn't know what to say.
Yeah, it's
I'm
film
like,
noir.
I didn't even go to the noir stuff. I'm like, I guess there's some fantasy, but not really. Like, 'cause it's not
Yeah.
fantasy. You gotta think
Yeah.
wrong fantasy. But yeah, I was like, Dylan's
Oh, that's
gonna
one of your
love it. I
fantasy-
was pretty confident.
That's one of your fantasies, Melissa George.
Oh.
Then you're okay. So, Dave,
Yeah.
what'd you think?
Yeah, it was a good movie.
You
Everyone
want
just
What do I
listening-
want to...
For everyone just listening, Dave shrugged. I expected more, to be honest. I thought you
Did
would
you
have...
think I was going to trip balls or something?
No.
or-
I just thought you would have enjoyed the story and,
I did
and the
enjoy
people
it,
in
yeah,
it.
it
And
was
every,
good,
but
yeah.
I will just tell your face.
Yeah.
So I was wondering if you were the type of person the narration was for.
No.
No.
Because that would have, like, made me hate the movie.
Yeah,
Watching
okay,
it.
that's
Understand.
understandable.
You told me this already. Like,
Yeah.
it'll be like that. But yeah.
No,
I'm
but
glad
there's,
I skipped
there's
the
other
narration.
movies where you sort of miss the point. I'm not being. no, listen. I'm not. It's not being mean here. It's being true.
I went for the explosion
That's not what I mean,
and
Dave.
then knew that they...
That's not what I mean, Dave.
was a high selling point. Can I say how good the acting is across the board in it though?
Colin
Like,
Frill,
man.
MVP. That
yeah.
Water Rats, so damn good, man.
Who was that?
So he was the crazy copper.
Who
was
drove
all-
on the
Oh,
train.
yeah.
Yeah, who
Yeah.
sort of figured out that they
Yeah.
were. This is
It
not
was
a.
all bullshit.
Yes.
So-
He was excellent. Who's the old mate you said before, Bruce?
Bruce Spence.
Bruce Spence.
Well,
Spence.
the main one, Mr. Head or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
So-
he's riffraff.
It's
Yes.
the book.
No. The
Isn't, oh no, the other one's
the one who got
riff-
injected
Guys, yes.
with his memories. That's Riff Raff.
Yes.
Oh.
And he's
Isn't
sort
that
of.
Mr. Head?
No, Mr. Hand.
Mr. Head. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah,
But yeah.
it's Riff Raff, and I think he had a hand in writing it as well, or something.
He's
but yeah,
good,
it's Riff Raff.
man.
And like, I love Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yep.
So more
Yeah.
Riff Raff.
And the old dude that looked like Vader.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did, eh?
But they were all just that movie is worth it alone just for
Creepy
the
kid.
the chip.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kill him.
Oh yeah, creepy ass. That little...
Well, I was like, they're clearly influenced by Hellraiser, I felt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
the costuming,
Yes.
yeah, for
but
sure.
I also thought they clearly got ripped off for Buffy and the Gentleman.
Uh-huh.
Because that's like a year or two later. I was like, they just stole them, like, very heavily.
And I think this came out before The Matrix.
It did,
as well.
it did. The Matrix ripped it off hard.
Yeah. It was like, yeah.
Oh,
It's,
wow.
it's proto
Yeah.
Matrix.
It's
Yeah.
1998.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, this came out before Matrix.
And you could definitely, like, you could see, oh, that was filmed under Hunter Bridge.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
there's so many spots you could pick.
Would this been after Resident Evil 2?
The game?
Yeah.
I don't...
Oh.
Yes.
When those guys first came out, I'm like, oh, that looks like Mr. X.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, it'd be after, sure.
Okay.
And like, I don't know what... filming a telekinetic fight is very boring.
Yeah.
It's just to... I know, but just to do...
At least put your hand to your head like Xavier does.
I just love it in South Park with no.
Yeah.
But I did.
It's a great movie, but it's like, I
Yeah.
just find it... Every time there's like a telekinetic fight, it's just... They're just standing around staring at each other.
But when they started floating down, it's like, yeah, this is getting a bit far fetched.
The floating...
Fair enough.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a step too far.
Great comments. Comments from Supercoach.
The main dude, I don't know his name. Do you, anybody know his name?
Oh,
Virgil.
no.
Murdoch?
Yeah,
Oh, the
Oh,
actor.
John Murdoch, but
Oh,
yeah,
Murdoch.
Verg. He's got a weird name.
because he's not really like.
I
I
was-
don't know if I've ever seen him in anything else.
I would make an excellent Marvel character, like even Moon Knight, like just. The
He does
psycho-
have this
Yeah.
look,
Yeah, like
Oh yeah.
I was watching A Knight's Tale, and he was in that.
Ah.
Oh.
I hadn't seen that since I was a kid, so I was watching it. I'm like, oh, it's him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the bad guy because he looks.
Rufus Sewell.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah. He's in...
Illusionist as well, and he's in. Where else we got? That was a good movie. I need to watch that again. That got really overshadowed by Prestige.
Yeah.
That was such a good movie.
This is one of those weird things where.
Oh, he's in the
same
new
time, same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it happens a lot in
He's in
the-
the new
Yeah.
Shyamalan old movie.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well, he's
'cause
still doing heaps of
there's stuff...
Gods of
You know,
Egypt.
they,
Of
they
course.
talk about, like, oh, they're developing a
Yeah,
musician
for sure,
performing
for sure.
character.
He was in the Rock Hercules movie. That was actually fun.
That was cool.
That was really fun.
Yeah.
Because it really changed that Herc story up quite a bit.
It was one of those movies where it's like, oh, the myths aren't real,
Yeah.
and he's just a normal guy. Or
I hate
whatever.
that.
Yeah,
I hate that.
That annoyed me a little bit.
If they're doing a story about myths, I want to see
Hercules,
fantasy.
fighting
Yes,
Hydra.
Yes.
absolutely. I don't want to see. Oh, it was.
That's why I didn't
yeah.
watch it.
Yeah,
I don't care.
that
I
annoyed
don't.
me.
I don't. I like the myth stuff. Don't
Yeah,
ground it in you like, oh, it was, you know.
I don't want to watch Hercules in New York.
Wait,
Yeah.
The Rock was Hercules.
yes.
Yeah,
It was pretty
but
perfect.
All his labors and stuff, he didn't do by
Does
himself.
he still?
No,
know?
it's like he did them, but it wasn't a Hydra. It was like a gang of dudes with snake
Yeah.
headdresses or something. I was like, "Yeah."
And there was like the other one, Gods of Egypt, not Gods of Egypt.
He was in, yeah, Gods of Egypt too. This guy was in.
No, that's
Oh.
not the other movie. Like the
That's
other.
what killed the director. That's what killed his career.
He was
Whatever,
in Tourist
gives
as
a
well.
Wait,
He was in Pillars. That's
Yeah,
right.
William Hurt.
That's where I
William
was seeing
Hurt.
him.
Was it?
He was in Pillars.
Oh,
Yeah, William
Pillars
Hurt.
of Earth.
So the only one I didn't like in it is Kiefer. I thought he was a bit much.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's-
he
was chewing
didn't
some
mind it.
Yeah, just a bit much.
yeah,
his delivery was very like repetitive.
Yes.
I felt. And
Because
I'm
that's
like,
his character, Dylan.
yeah,
Nah,
Yeah.
but it
Because
was
that
How good was Jennifer
was
Connelly?
his character.
Jennifer Connelly. I watch her read the phone book.
Can't argue.
The phone book. But you know when he's got him, he's finally caught him, he's getting interrogated him. He's like, when was the last time you seen the daylight, man?
yeah.
Oh, and you see,
How do you get to Shell Harbor? How do
Yeah.
you get to Shell Beach?
Because like as if that, like, because
Yes.
I can understand the way their system works. You wouldn't think, but
Yeah.
somebody says, when was the last time you seen the sun?
Yeah. And I don't mean like in the past, like
Oh.
yeah, recently.
Yeah, because it's such a cool idea. All right, for both of you then. No way you expected what was on the wall, right?
Oh, it was
No.
Toontown.
no,
Yeah, because that's what it is. That scene, right?
I had an inkling, like there was like just nothing there.
Yep.
Space, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like just
What, so you thought they were floating?
because
out in
as soon as
space?
you know they're aliens, it's like
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
you know
they've taken
They've
them.
been abducted, yeah.
Yeah, they're being inducted.
Yep.
They're just on
Yeah.
like a test platform or something.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
Like that Rick and Morty episode.
yeah.
yeah. Like I had a feeling it was
Yep.
just gonna be space.
I expected them to be sucked out more easier, and then
Oh.
it's, I'll just hold you here. You're fine. Like,
No, but you saw there was kind of like a force field or
Yeah.
something out there.
Yeah.
So it's
And-
not straight
yeah.
out vacuum.
Yeah,
yeah.
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 But then they're fighting later, and it turns out to be almost a straight out vacuum. You know.
That's when they got
Yeah,
really close
like
to it,
it's
though.
it's you know a little bit of a gap, but it's not like a giant gap. If you get a little bit of push, you're going to flow out. It's still space.
Yeah.
It's just, they don't generate gravity in the little force field that they've got.
They got powers over things that can make matter. and whatnot.
I don't think
It's
that
magic.
is an important thing that they were focusing on.
It's magic, Dave. It's magic.
So does he make the sun in the end, or does he just?
I
aim
think
it
he just
towards
turns. Yeah, he angles
Yes.
angles it
Okay.
Moves it.
towards the.
Such a great film.
Yeah. Pretty
I hadn't watched it for so long.
Same.
But so good.
I reckon I've seen that film like 4 or 5 times.
Oh yeah,
Like,
smashed like when it was new.
big time.
Yeah,
No, yeah, I've
they
seen
got
it a
smashed
bunch
when
of
it
times, but
came
I
out,
haven't
when
seen
got
it
on
in
DVD or whatever.
years.
Yeah.
I've always been meaning to watch it again.
Mm.
So, it's a
So-
great movie.
Ratings?
8.
Yeah, easy 8.
I had it at 7.5, but then Melissa George pushed it up to an 8.
Yeah,
But that's like at the start.
8 for me.
I don't know.
Oh,
Tossing
Dylan,
up.
Dylan wants a 6.
Nah, Dylan wants a 9.
I'm tossing up.
I almost went 9.
Because I can't really say anything bad about it.
You
But it's
can't.
not like a great movie that, a 10. A 10
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
But it's really good. It's like,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
solid 8.
It's a good solid.
Oh, it's a high 8.
Yeah.
It's closer to a 9 than it is a
Yeah, I think I have to agree. Like an 8, but like very,
very
yeah,
top
yeah,
of it,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. You could go 8.5, but we don't.
I don't know.
You don't do
Don't
halves.
do anything by half, man.
I do everything.
I was using my whole ass.
7.5 plus a half.
Nice, Dave. Nice. Fractions.
8.5 plus a half.
That's right.
Close.
All right.
If you haven't seen it, go out and watch it.
Mm.
Definitely.
Just
Nominate
don't
Netflix.
listen, maybe not after you just heard us talk about
Yeah.
it. So.
Or skip.
You might as well listen to the narration now.
No, don't listen to the narration. It ruins it.
Still ruin it.
Still ruins it. Like, I've watched the movie before, so I,
Yeah, I would say my play
and
the
it still
narration.
and it still ruined it.
Yeah. Because it just frustrates you.
Yeah,
You're just like, what for?
we know who for, but
I know, but like, some people just shouldn't watch films. Just go watch your NASCAR, bro. Go watch your NASCAR.
go around in a circle, turn left, no rights.
It gives you everything by the end.
Yes.
And enough.
Yes.
Like,
It did
If
nothing.
instantly you
as I
see
said
the bad
before,
guys are aliens.
You
Yes.
do not walk out of that film going,
Like it does
Everything
nothing.
is spelled out by the end of that film
Yes.
for you.
It does nothing but spoil all the twists.
Everything.
Yeah.
All the twists.
The
I'm
enjoyment.
glad. I'm really glad
It
that's
spoils the enjoyment of the film.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
Ruins the journey.
It's a ruiner. It ruins.
Ruined.
All right,
For me.
I'm next.
Yes.
You.
The
Those just
Babadook.
round out.
What is the Babadook?
The
Yeah, what is it?
Babadook. The Babadook is an Australian film.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea about the Babadook,
Uh-huh.
but I saw the newest Scream film earlier, and it's shite. But
It would be.
in the as the Scream films go, she gets a phone call, the new character, and she gets asked what her favourite scary film was, and she says the Babadook, and I'm like, interesting.
that's a scary
So at the end of the movie, I looked up the Babadook and I watched the trailer. Holy shit!
Who's seen it?
No one.
I've seen it. I
Oh.
don't really remember much of it,
Okay.
just because
I saw it pretty recently.
I think
Is it scary?
either I was sick
Yeah.
or drunk.
Okay.
Well, very-
Under the weather of a different kind.
Yeah, I wasn't coherent when I watched it. I don't know why I watched it, but
Oh,
I
it's
just
good.
watched it.
and it looked creepy
It was
as hell.
I
And
liked
didn't
what
want-
I remember from it, but I don't remember a lot of it. Now.
I didn't want to take a recommendation from such a shit film, but after watching the trailer and seeing it's Aussie, I went, "Oh yeah, let's give this a look." Because the character of it looks like something from a nightmare version of Where the Wild Things Are, kind of thing. And yeah, it looks creepy as.
It's
Mum and son, son's creepy as shit. Yeah, that's all I know about it, to be honest. So
it's really good.
yeah,
Babadook.
Babadook. Yeah, it's on Netflix. Babadook. 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 Yeah. All right.
Get on that this week.
Moving on.
Alrighty, that wraps us up for this week. Thank you for joining us. We will be back same time next week, hopefully.
Subscribe and tell a friend.
Like, subscribe, rate, comment.
Share.
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 Comment.
Share.
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 I don't know,
Sharing
rate.
is
Share.
sharing.
Be brave.
Get out of here. See you later. We're
Bye.
done.
Bum.